Already applied there. Already applied at the gas station. They didn't want me. Tried Goodwill, tried Wingstop. Can't afford college. Denny's won't want me back. I can't fucking do DoorDash. My bike's broken.
No, I can't do DoorDash or Uber Eats. My bike is broken. And I don't have the money to repair it.
I just got my hands on the all-new MacBook Neo. And today, I'm going to do an unboxing of it. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing the NovaCord vest, that's right, this is a business expense. I managed to get in contact with one of my favorite pro wrestlers from 2019, and he has a little bit of a message for you regarding NovaCord, so give it a watch.
Hey everyone, this is pro wrestling superstar Donovan Dijak, and I want you to feast your eyes on NovaCord Paracord.
Hello, chat. Good evening. Welcome to the second episode of KiwiCore. How are you doing tonight? Hey, Mr. Greasy. Hey, Soft Scrub. Hey, Boss Lover. Welcome, everyone. And well, no more further ado. Say hi to our guests.
They literally said,
Oh, we're live.
hi.
Yes.
So, chat, welcome our guests. It's the one and only Solidus Nova, the supreme
Hello.
and real genetic copy, Iridian and Greasy.
Hi.
Speaking of,
Hiya, everyone.
I have already seen Mr. Greasy in the chat.
Yeah, he's
Calling you
ready to
mama.
get his KiwiCord.
Yes.
Everyone
shit
get
up
your
here.
trees and your cords. Let's get this started.
Just don't hang them around anywhere other than your wrists, please. Let's
I have
keep
an
this clean.
HDMI cable. Will that work?
Sure, it's clear on
I'm using my
whatever
headphone wire.
Nova got planned.
Oh, is that why your mic sounds like that? You're
And
trying
before
Yes.
we were live, we were talking about something. Nova, guess I'm gonna show it already. Where is it? Nova had quite a, let's say, a busy night last night. He tried to do something and it already failed. The Nova Court got off to a really crazy start. Don't know if you guys have seen, but he tried to get a cameo from a wrestler to promote Nova Chords. It did not go well, not at all.
But they were friends. You don't understand. They were friends.
Yeah, for sure. He thinks everyone's just gonna see this guy from Idaho starting his humble business and never look into what the hell he's actually going up behind the scenes. Let me grab that.
Even Tophia's like, what did I see in that chome? See, even she knows. She can do better.
Even she's
Not by much, but she can try.
crazy that even Sophie is questioning her life decisions at this point. So he posted
I feel
this.
bad for Toph.
He was very mad that the guy that he hired didn't just found out about his past. And the interesting thing is he just straight up deceived him because he told the guy that Nova Chords is a business for a charity. And well, that is straight up not true. We're gonna talk about how terribly Nova runs his money business. He's very bad at it. And he's hiding something from everyone. As you guys might have seen on the latest video, well, we never seen the bike. Like, where's the bike money? He asked for $200 to fix a bike, and from what everyone's
Dude,
been
for
telling
200,
us.
you can just get a new bike.
Like exactly, like,
For 100, you can get a new bike.
and it's
Well, he wanted the premium one that'll actually work with his fat ass. It pedals itself, so he doesn't have to get any exercise.
had to be made of adamantium or something, or like some crazy resistance material. I think maybe that's why everyone thought that it made sense that he would get a trike. Like maybe 3 wheels could support him. Maybe, possibly.
Maybe.
Apparently, there is like a bike that's 3-wheel. Like we have them here. They're for the Amish mostly. Like the Amish use them here.
Didn't he say something about the Amish, or was it you?
I had said before because we looked it up. I think Greasy and I'd seen those bikes before. I didn't know what the actual names were them. 'Cause
Yeah.
again, we have an Amish community here, and because they run an entire town here. And yeah, a lot of Amish use those, but I bet you he's just gonna get a kid strike. I do not believe he's gonna get one of those.
Yeah, I remember in a Grizzly stream you were telling everyone about the Amish community and how they're kind of not
They
very
run-
nice.
They run a mafia here. Oh yeah, they're assholes here.
If you got a
Very,
kid's
very
truck, it would
racist.
definitely be a Paw Patrol.
Yeah, for sure. I bet he's a
Maybe
fan like
Powerpuff Girls.
Andrew Ditch. Like the faker really likes Paw Patrol for some reason.
What is it with all of these weirdos liking Paw Patrol? Because I had never heard of that until I started looking at lolcows, and there's a lot of them. There's like a dude that fucks a Paw Patrol plushie. Like, I'm like, what is wrong with these people?
It's always like Paw Patrol diapers and I don't know, this weird shit. Well, let's get started with the list. I like in last
Oh,
stream.
we gonna talk about the Death Note?
Yeah, that's
Guys,
a
get your
good
Death
place to
Notes out.
start because, well,
So scared.
all the people here at this moment got like a connection to Nova, and everyone has gotten threatened by him at some point, right?
Wouldn't leave me alone when my hamster died.
True. Then he tried to apologize, and people rightfully called him out on it because, well, what's the good if you just keep bothering someone every stream, spamming that Gennaro Jackson shit, and then you apologize like, yeah, now I feel bad. That doesn't exist. And meanwhile, like
Yeah,
before
that-
the stream
yeah.
started, we were just wishing well for his mom because he's been claiming that his mom's been missing and in the hospital and having bad health problems for like a few weeks now. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I
We
hope
haven't
she
seen
does get
heads or
better.
tails of her.
Not at all. Let me screen share for you guys.
Oh, thank you kindly.
I always forget this step.
He did it on Chilla's birthday too. Scummy. He's really scummy. He wouldn't leave me alone when Gil passed.
Whose birthday?
All I wanted to do was mourn. They're talking about apparently he went after Chilla on Chilla's birthday stream.
Of course he did.
What a
Like-
dick.
He spent a lot of time going after everyone's communities. But I'm gonna play Reese's video here for everyone, just so we can introduce you to the list, just in case you have missed it. It was like a literal Death Note that Nova apparently copied from. What's the name of the wrestler? It's Chris Jericho.
Yeah, Chris Jericho. It's the list of Jericho.
But now it's the shit list or the hit list or the chom list or whatever you want to call it.
And I think Nova did
What should we
steal
call
it
it?
from Chris Jericho because he's on such a WWE kick right now, and he's always been a big fan. And it wouldn't really surprise me that this was stolen straight from Chris Jericho. And
Isn't that the
basically, it's the
wrestler?
same premise. Yeah, it's a wrestler.
Yeah.
It's the same
Yeah,
premise.
I
of
met
what-
him.
Yeah, you met him.
Yeah, he lives like a town from me. He actually
No
lives
way.
here. Yeah, no,
That's
he
crazy.
lives in Tampa. He
Did you not
states
know?
it quite a
Wow.
lot. Yeah, no, he openly says that he lives there. Yeah, he comes to a
That's
lot of the
wild.
horror cons here. He's like a big horror guy. He also
Oh
likes
yeah,
my
he was
dog.
in. Awesome.
Meanwhile, Nova just thinks that he's fine just getting things from him, and that if he met Nova IRL, he just fall
Oh,
in
who
love with
would
him,
not like him?
with his personality. But well, let's just play this until the list shows up, and then we're gonna talk about some people, including in the chat. Hey, Mayor Menace, another member of the list, because it's quite a long one.
All right,
Ask if
everyone.
Nova's on the list. Next time I go to a con.
Yeah.
That'd be a great conversation with him.
I managed to get in contact with one of my favorite.
I want to turn it up just a smidgen.
There we go.
Oh, Greasy, I love the opening to this. You did such a great job.
Meanwhile, I'm just wondering how Greasy managed to film inside the heap to get this footage, because obviously
No, Nova
this
wishes
is
that you
what
looked
happened.
Like this.
This is way too clean for Nova's room.
Ever met. Do not trust her.
And the silly list is just so, I don't know,
Ugly.
immature.
Corny.
Like this, like this, how this movie was.
Yeah, this is like point. I can see him doing this.
He
She probably
basically did.
Did this in high school, like growing up with some girls, and
Yeah, I could see that.
Nova, how
It's
could you
great.
put me in your chome book? Well, maybe Nova wasn't.
first of all, that's a great name. Everyone's been getting
Oh
some.
my god, look at the floor. Is that carpet?
He cleared a spot, okay?
No, I'm sorry. Is that carpet or is that like cement? Because I can't tell the difference.
It's like sludge.
Oh, it's carpet.
Oh,
It's
good lord.
alive.
Oh dear.
Everyone's been theorizing that in that carpet or the corners of the house, there's like a new biome growing, like Cyrex's room, but Nova managed to break it wider, like make a full life out of this place.
And right where he's standing, that's where his computer chair goes. So that's why there's like a nice white ring, or not really white, but a different colored ring right there, because that's where
That
his
is
chair
such
goes.
horrible carpet.
Like, I wish I could zoom so that people could see it better, but it just looks disgusting.
Oh god, look
You-
at his
you shouldn't do
desk.
that to them.
Honey, clean.
This was
Oh
a
God.
while
Wait,
ago,
is
so
that
it's
the
actually
bookshelf?
pretty clean. That's the shelf.
Is it-
It's worse now.
It's still alive?
No, it's been gone for a while.
Oh, I missed the shelf.
The shelf.
His room is way worse than this is now.
I think he shoveled the shelf away with the rest of the heap when he tried to clean his room, like shoveling it maybe
Rest in peace, shelf.
6 months back, and the
Will be missed.
gravity-defying shelf just went with the room. But like, that's one of the funniest things about watching Nova. You just can't watch it without pausing and admiring the pure filth that he builds. It's incredible.
For so long, we were hoping that that shelf was going to fall in a video, but I think he tore it down on purpose off camera because he got too much heat for it.
I wonder who moved it, because he doesn't have the arm strength to pull it off. He's always saying that
That's
he
a good
can
point.
carry water bottles and watermelons. How the hell
Mini
would he-
watermelons.
True. How the hell would he...
That actually still shocks me. They can't carry a little watermelon.
It was a baby watermelon. It was like not a full watermelon, but just a little piece. It's insane.
Leave it to Nova to get a baby
Trying to be
watermelon.
a meeting when he made his list. But yeah, maybe it's just a friend list or even a spank bank list. I mean, after all, Toph is on there, and we all know how Nova feels
Shout out
about
to Fia in the chat,
Tophia.
the real
Well,
Tophia too.
whatever kind of list it is, I asked my brother, who was in law school, his opinion about this list, and he was kind enough to give me a detailed analysis about his legal opinion. And yes, this is my real brother. Unlike Noah, I wouldn't lie about having a brother.
No, he was a sheltered only child, growing up afraid of everything.
And again, you've lied to me so many times. Like even still, I still don't know what the fuck was up with your brother who allegedly had a heart attack that wasn't real. Like that still has never been explained, and that happened on.
Sophia thinks that she saw a dildo on top of one of the shelves. Like I can
What? No
verify
way.
the veracity of
No
the
way.
info, but I believe Toph.
Miss it
She's the wife.
entirely?
Let's walk a bit back.
That'd be wild because I use this clip all the time in my videos, and if I've never seen it, that's
Maybe some
totally
of
my bad.
these
I
color
see the
things here.
Gatorade. Wait, could she be looking at the yellow thing up there at the top of the shelf?
Like there was one time that sort of thought that this yellow stuff on top of the shelf is like
Why does he have a little girl doll?
like pills, maybe Ozempic, whatever.
Why does he have a little girl doll?
Don't ask questions
Claire.
you don't want to
Why
find
is
the
there a
answer for.
giant poster just sitting on the ground?
Because he
We could
He's
do
too
that
lazy
all
to
day.
put it up. It takes too much.
that's the Belgium poster he has on the back of his wall.
Oh, they're saying
in
it's in a
some
different
streams.
video.
Oh, all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Toe.
Only this video had silly video. This is not legal advice.
I'm so
and
glad
it
he'll
should
never wear a
not be
hat of the
interpreted
things I'm into.
as legal advice. My brother is a law student and is not a lawyer, so if you're wanting legal advice, talk to a lawyer. This video is more of a hypothetical for funsies situation type deal. Now that we
He cannot fucking
let's
box.
get into the
Why?
juicy part of the
He
video.
can't. Okay, he can't do martial arts for shit.
He
As
has
someone
no
who actually
stance.
did do martial arts
He
for
has
several years.
no limb or arm strength. Like he probably
He's got
hit
no
like
lip, he's got no arm strength or
a
like,
wet napkin.
his kicks are so babyish.
Yeah. Yet
I do remember
That's not the only
seeing
thing that's babyish.
1-2
Okay, fair enough, baby girl.
1-2 boxer Jupiter the hybrid. I remember I had sense what at the end.
yeah, I think he was doing the Too High interview. He mentioned that if he lived close to Jupiter and then if they were close, he would just beat him up or something. But I doubt
No,
that.
he also said it in like a DM as well to someone.
Is Jupiter back?
There has been
think so.
rumors about Jupiter being on like some weird Facebook groups. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
Maybe some pony groups or whatever.
I sent my brother
Yeah, that's not
Nova's
a good leg
silly
stance.
video of the list asking him if there was anything illegal.
So I'm gonna pull up
We all got free press from Nova.
Yep. This
He
is
really does not like poor Bloodspeth, which is hysterical because Bloodspeth's so damn nice.
You say that he's nice because you have no clue why he's missing today. He was supposed to be here, but now he's on the run from the police.
Miko's gonna catch him. Watch out, everyone. She's looking for him.
True. In case the chat doesn't know, Bloodspeth is currently on the run for the police because he committed crimes against the entire Teen Universe. And I'm only dropping the charges next week. No, Tofia, it wasn't you. It was Bloodspeth. Oh, you
No,
mean
you've been a
why
good girl, too.
she's on the list? Yeah. Not only is she on the list, but she got a little middle finger beside her name.
I feel bad that Greasy didn't get added into like the second part of the list. Greasy
Yeah.
needs to be
I was
higher
a
up
second
than him.
thought.
Maybe the chat didn't catch it, but like he posted this video first, and then he deleted it. But then there was a community post which you can't find neither now because he deleted all of them. But this is the list, and shout out to everyone who's present in the moment because you should watch pretty much everyone except for the creepy lemur. Fuck the lemur. But
Yeah, no,
everyone
nobody
else,
supports the leader.
go ahead and support. Because
I met some wonderful people from this list I've never heard of, so it was actually great for not just watchers, but also all of us creators too.
I've had
Yeah.
so many nice people because of the list come around because it happened around the same time that Gil passed, and I had a lot more people like, I just found out about you because of Nova, and you seem like a wonderful person for all you do, and rest in peace to the world's best hamster. And I'm like, you guys are amazing. Fuck Nova.
it's amazing that every
Noah
time
thinks that this community. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Noah thinks that this community sucks and is really mean and hateful, but actually, if you talk to really anybody, they're actually super nice and down to earth people and can be the best friends that you could have. So,
You've sent me so many cards. It's insane.
oh,
True.
that's really nice.
Like besides the lemur,
It
everyone
is. No,
really
they've
is
been
nice.
trying to. They've been trying to be. They've also sent wonderful presents to the pets, which I am thankful for. Like seriously, this has been amazing, and I love everyone that I've met because of Nova. Everyone's been so kind.
That's what I
Thank you,
was
Nova.
like about to say. Like every time he tries to point us out, like the the evil ones, it just ends up making us bigger, like raising us up, whatever each whichever it
Like I
means,
learned
like
about
in the
Mayor Menace
community.
who's in the chat because of Nova. Like a lot of these people I started subbing to that I had not known about. Also, hi Mayor Menace. I see you in chat.
Yeah. Shout outs to Rashid too for the Avengers picture. I forgot to bring it up today, but it was really cool. And now Rashid needs to update it with Gideon and Chris Hansen too, because they're out there. They have their eyes on Nova. And the reason Nova deleted this list was because people were rightfully, of course, pointing out that this just sounds like a threat. And not only does it sound like a threat, like it is a veiled threat because Nova threatens everyone. Everyone
Yeah, in certain
who's
states this is considered a threat. My state's one of them. Good job, asshole.
good job. Like everyone here has suffered a dreadful Nova, and I got some screenshots to prove it. Like just but in the case of your state, like just something you say on the internet can be or maybe print or write can be a threat. Hello?
Oh, sorry. Somebody had sent me something.
Yeah, I meant like in your state when you write something for someone like a mean comment or like do a list like he said, it can be considered a threat.
If it's something
It
like this,
depends.
didn't he call this a hit list or something?
I
Because
think
it also
No.
depends on the wording.
I think it didn't name it. The overall the video was more about Bloodspeth than everyone else.
He really has a crush on Bloodspeth.
Yeah, the title was like he's on the top of my list or something, even though like
He's on the top yet. Look at where he is on the list. I don't know if he knows how to count.
yeah, like the top is Smokey, but
That's Kiwi, isn't it?
well, no, it's Smokey, like Smokey. Or
No,
maybe,
Kiwi's above Smokey.
Yeah.
but like I think
Oh my god, he wants to hurt my dog Kiwi.
the image kind of
That's
cut it.
awful. It's just a little beagle. Why would
True.
you want to hurt a little bagel?
Well, we all know that Nova hates animals.
This is true.
Yeah, he kicks his dog.
True.
I've heard about that. Everyone keeps telling me.
I've asked him like countless times what happened to the dog, what happened in the stream, and he refuses to answer. Even in your stream. Speaking of,
I straight up asked him, does he want to be on stream to kind of point out what's true and what's not and try to, defend himself? And he ran away scared of me. I don't know why he's scared of me.
I got a few of the threats he made to you some time ago. Do you remember this?
Oh man, I forgot he threatened me.
And it wasn't just once, it was like
Several
at
times.
the very least 3 times with strikes and sending you to Pound Town and
Oh, that's my stream.
yep. Like I keep the proof just in case, you know.
I get more viewers than you. Yeah, he doesn't know that I actually stream through multiple platforms, so you have to think about my fan base being on multiple different platforms.
He tried to stream on Kick once and he just pretended to go live like twice and gave up. It was like 5-minute streams and he stopped.
Dude couldn't do 4-hour streams to save his life. He couldn't be an actual streamer.
Solidus, what would you remember was like the longest stream he's ever done?
Ooh, I think longest stream it was maybe at hour 26 last year. Nothing bagging really, just him sitting there doing nothing playing Fortnite. But I think that was the longest stream he's done.
Yeah, I think the longest stream I've ever archived from him was like 1 hour and 10 minutes. I never seen him even try to go beyond 2 hours. I think like the highest chance we have to get a bigger stream than that would be if it like had a DSP accident and just forgot he was live and did very bad
Please,
things
I've
live.
already seen that man jacket once. I don't need to see Nova's dick again.
Yeah.
I've had to see it in
haunts
diapers
me.
too.
Like, did you
It
guys
haunts me.
actually see the
Yes.
the 2-incher?
Breezy decided to be evil and have me go over to the hub. And
Oh
I'm like,
god.
oh, okay, I'll see if it's really him. Oh, okay, good. I've seen his dick. Thank you, Greasy. This is the
You're
second
welcome.
time.
I dodged it.
Second time.
I never seen it
Yeah,
to this day.
I've
Like
seen it in diapers.
Oh, yeah.
that's the worst. Well, anyway.
All my viewers saying they accidentally saw it on Twitter. So, RIP to all those people.
Yeah. Speaking of, shout out to Stingy. He just sort of showed up in the chat, and the reason why I didn't see was because of him, because he and sort of this posted a screenshot, but it had like a chat from Cold Ones in front of it, so I didn't have to see the 2-incher. I dodged it.
You're welcome.
I'm
Jim.
sorry if that was 2 inches. That's still being nice.
Yeah.
Remember, he kept sexually, like, saying horrible things to me, like that he was gonna fuck me with his 10-incher. And I am so glad that I had said in that stream that you only have 10 inches in your dreams. And look, I was right.
Yeah, you can see
You
it
confused 10 inches
right
with centimeters.
here. He says SM 10-inch John. I don't know if he meant me or Purity, but
I'm still trying to figure out what dip fuff is.
it's a stolen meme from me. Like instead of saying dipshit, I would just cut him with the YouTube poop editing, and he would just say
Oh.
dip fuff. So it's just a loop. But according to him, this badly aged screenshot is he had a 10-incher. You just have to maybe swap it to millimeters. Will be more fitting.
Euclidean math. It doesn't actually exist.
Yep. And like I said, we got a lot of proof. This is the currently most preferred method that Nova shows up in everyone's chat. Shout out to Jordan Bowens. He just shows up to everyone's chat and starts spamming "Hey Gennaro Jackson."
Which is very odd.
Yeah, like we were talking about it before stream too. We found out who Gennaro Jackson is. He's like a weird PDF local, but for some
Maybe he looks
reason,
up to him.
maybe for some reason, Nova still thinks that Gennaro Jackson is Bloodspeth. And, well, Bloodspeth is on the run from the police, but it's not for the reason that Nova thinks.
Okay, I've got to find out after stream what's going on with this.
With Bloodspeth?
I can send you the link if you want, but
Yep.
Yeah.
In my chat not too long ago, maybe a week ago, I want to say, Mr. Greasy is kind enough to take over for me every once in a while if I need a break, a tinkle break usually. And when I was gone, I came back and lo and behold, the fake alternate account that Nova has where he spams Gennaro Jackson. He was spamming it there, and we had no idea who that was. And we thought, oh, he's calling Mr. Greasy like generic, like Gennaro. But we were
Yeah,
way
he
off.
did that on mine under his actual name, and I was like, "What the like?" I had music on and stuff, and he broke character to bitch because I was singing to Blink 182, and I'm like, "I'm a professional singer. You can fuck off, Nova."
And then
I'd been in
someone,
theater.
yeah, and then that same live where he was spamming the Gennaro Jackson, one of my viewers had a super chat that said, "You're gay if you spam Gennaro Jackson," and then he
Big-
switched accounts.
Big
He
brain
was
move.
originally on his normal account, and then he switched to this alt account, and then started
Oh, wait,
spamming
does
it
he
once
not
that
like
super
gay
chat was
people?
out.
Is
I
he
don't know
saying
what
that he
his
doesn't
deal
like
is.
gay people?
He was ashamed to say it on his normal account after that point, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, for
Oh,
a
so
mental
he doesn't
health
like gay
advocate and let it LGBT with like ally, he's sure showing some mixed signs. Let's just say that.
As somebody part of the LGB, I cannot co-sign him. He's out.
Well,
No community except Nova, except for the Pampered Chew community.
maybe after he
Oh, Lord.
fucked his first fish, he's just changed his mind. No, he's just an ally to the seas. Well, thank you 42 on the chat for the 5. Fun fact, I literally say fuff and shit share a lot because of you. I'm very sorry because of the YTP edits.
That is actually cute. I gotta try it.
He says that his wife says that he's swearing less because of it. Well, if that helped you, That's all that counts. Now the next exhibit, like I was saying before, like you two, Greasy, Purity, are like in together with Jordan are his current targets, but he stopped coming to my chat to spam after he lost the strikes. And in Bloodspat's case, he stopped showing up after this happened. It was the stream where Bloodspath was jokingly talking about maybe going to Idaho for a visit. He didn't say anything about going to Nova's house, but Nova just showed up to the chat and straight up threatened his life. As you can see here, he said, "Trespass on my effing property and it will now end well for you."
Oh yeah,
And
he
he,
threatened him with a gun, which I'm gonna be honest, as someone that actually does do shooting and stuff like that, yeah, Nova would cry if he ever shot a gun. Like the sound would scare a little baby girl.
he would probably break his arms from the recoil.
Well, absolutely, he wouldn't hold it right.
Yeah.
And as you can
That
see,
one bit from the
oh, go ahead.
TED TV show. That one bit from the TED TV show where like shoots the gun, she goes flying. That's how I imagine like
Yep.
another shooting goes.
Yeah, that scene with there's one movie, I think it was Star Wars, like there's a midget that tries to shoot a laser gun and he goes flying after shooting. Probably Nova. And as you can see, he mentions straight up that Idaho is a stranger ground, is your ground state, and well, that means that
Yeah, but he doesn't understand what stand your ground means.
I think he thinks that he's just here, take your free gun and blast whoever's in front of you, and just like that, he
Couldn't afford a gun.
threatened to end Bloodspat. And since then, he's just too scared to show up to the chats. He's just left everyone alone. For the last
I mean,
exhibit,
he's welcome to come to my streams. I've said this openly. He can come to my streams. My fans just love him.
they love him so much, they just give you things to show him.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. Also, thank you to the person that sent me that Resident Evil Switch 2 box.
That actually is awesome. I
It
envy
is.
you.
Yeah.
I don't want to open it. I'm going to show it off in the big unboxing on the 24th. Everyone should watch.
I would pay to see
Sorry, I had to whore myself out at least once.
Nova play a Resident Evil game. It would be monstrous.
He'd get past the first part. It's so scary!
Like he can't even hit shots on Fortnite, so I doubt he will be able to hit a shot on like RE where the characters are just trembling before they shoot. But
All I can
anyway,
think of is, you know the tank controls in the first game?
yeah.
Never play the first game.
Well, God, he will never be able to like get out of one room.
It would be amazing to watch. He'd be worse than Darkside Phil, and not saying something.
I would like pay Keemstar or something to put them both on local live and have them like have a fight off a bit in whatever game, like Street Fighter or Tekken, whatever.
Tekken.
Yeah, Tekken.
Tekken.
Or a
Hell
racing
yeah.
game. Like put Phil, Nova, and Cyrex to race in Mario Kart. That would be amazing.
Or I have played the Sonic racing game because I got it for my birthday, and it's a really, really easy racing game. I have no idea how he keeps fucking it up when he plays it.
No clue either. Like you see him racing whatever game, he can't steer. He can't stay on any tracks. Even like in Mario Kart, where you just have to push the stick a bit and maybe press brake to go in the right direction, but he can't stick to the tracks. Never. Thanks, Big Cheese, for the 2 on the chat. 2026 will be the end of the bovine universe. Maybe. Here's hoping. Maybe Gideon's gonna do some work his magic. Like he's out there wanting to chat with Nova. He's just scared, but
I mean, I'll put out my thing. If Nova's afraid of Gideon, he can come on my stream and talk to me.
yeah, like
I will actually be fair with him.
Yep.
I prefer actually being fair with people, just like Gideon, and getting this side of the story.
Gideon talked to
Granted, I can't stop super
Bibs
chats from
like
being horrible.
yesterday, and he gave her a fair chance to explain herself, so Nova could just hop in and do the same. Like he mentioned to Greasy that he had a folder full of evidence that he's innocent, so why not show it to Gideon?
Yeah.
He said that to me multiple times. And if you're in Nova's shoes, even though that thought is very frightening, like if you were somebody who made your income through being a quote unquote content creator and your name is being tarnished by people spreading quote unquote false rumors about your PDF escapades, let's just say. Wouldn't if you were innocent, like he claims he is, wouldn't you jump? You would jump at the chance if Gideon, who has more than 5 million subscribers, offered you a chance to clear your name. You would take it, wouldn't you guys?
Oh yeah.
For sure. Like he has more subs than us all combined. He has way more
Not even
reach.
close.
Yeah. But like that's
Yeah,
the
no, everything I've seen, Gideon seems really nice. And it seemed like he was legitimately like he felt bad for scaring Nova. And it's like, yeah, this guy doesn't seem so bad, just talk to him.
yeah, he even apologized. Like Nova just straight up missing his biggest chance at redemption.
And
Saying sorry,
Gideon
coming
is
clean.
right.
True.
You know, he wants to know if the proof, and I understand it as from what I've learned Gideon does. You do need to. Oh, well, good. Fuck yourself, chat. You do need to prove stuff, and he does need more hardcore evidence. And I get that from Gideon's point, because people were bitching about it. But yeah, from a legal standpoint, yeah, you need absolute.
Yeah, you need a case. You need your foot on the ground, like two sides of the story. But yeah, you're right. So Bovine Universe on the chat, thank you for the 5. What a go to lineup. Everyone, just wanted to let you know Bovine supports you all. Hope you have a wonderful day. Unlike the Chom. Thank you, Bovine. And
Thank you, Bovine.
Bovine's
Thank you,
been on
Love you,
everyone's
Bovine. Hope Miss
chats,
Bovine's doing good.
I bet. And he actually posted a screenshot on Twitter that showed that Nova was watching Gideon yesterday. He talked about him talking to Fibs. So again, Nova, if you've seen Gideon talk to Fibs, you know that he gave her a fair chance. So please give him a chance too. Go talk to him. And well, to close off for show
Oh, he put up a
threads,
new TikTok, they're saying.
what's it about?
I'm gonna guess food or opening cards.
So
Sad boy eat.
whatever then. It's not worth
He's
our time.
dancing.
Again.
No way.
He's dancing.
Listening to what?
Me dancing on every single hater when they find out I'm misunderstood. Then why don't you clear it up with Gideon then if you're misunderstood then, huh?
That's exactly what we're talking about. Then go talk to Gideon. Prove them you're just prove to him you're misunderstood. Show him the proof. Like we can be sure
Yeah,
he's
he's
watching.
complaining about he's complaining about being misunderstood. And it's like, dude, Gideon's been literally on call for you for the last, I don't know, week and a half.
3 streams, maybe 4. Like since April 1st. He's just been out there asking to talk. He's not gonna ambush you, he's not gonna humiliate you, he just wants to talk. And
Top comment is misunderstood is crazy.
Yeah, and like Purity said, you can just
calling out Bloodspeth
again. Like he calls out Bloodspeth in like every video.
Hasn't Bloodspeth been gone? Isn't he gone this entire week? I know he said he wasn't gonna be around this week.
Yeah, he's on the run from the police.
He's hiding from Gideon.
Okay,
True.
someone legitimately needs to explain this to me. Like, what happened?
He committed crimes against the entire teen universe, so I'm pressing charges, and I'm only gonna drop him next week.
I like how specific it is.
Yeah. Everyone's got a
Nova posted this video 5 minutes ago, so I wonder if he posted it just because we're live here.
Most likely.
I'm very sure. I know when I was about to say that, like, he's watching. We can be 100% sure.
For sure.
So that's why we beg you, Nova, please. You don't need to show up to our chats. You don't need to give us the views. You can just go there and answer Gideon. He messaged you on Discord. Please.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Also subscribe to us.
Yeah. So 42 again on the chat. Thank you for the 5. Has anyone brought up that Greasy surpassed the Chomin subscribers in her last liveness night? Life will move pretty fast, huh? True. We will.
I'm
Yeah.
honored by everybody's support through these few months. I can't believe we've made it.
Congrats, you made it to
Thank you.
higher
That's
than
probably
Nova.
why he's
Deserve it.
smugly dancing in his TikTok, because he's trying to prove something.
Like, this is
That you're better than him?
extremely out of context, but that's why I have this screenshot on screen. This, he said, like just a reminder that Ninja Chomo happened when I surpassed him on subs. He got so mad, he just posted this and erased it like an hour later because people were just screenshotting. But he got really mad. So I was just gonna say, like, he's probably gonna be worse to you now because you got more subs than him.
Bring it on. I'm not scared of Nova.
Oh, Greasy, come on to one of my streams and we'll get you lots more. My
That
fans
would be
fucking
fun.
love you.
They're great. I love your fans.
True. We're gonna ramp up the shoutouts. Let's all grow on the shoulders of Nova. So Yuki Amano on the chat asks, who would win in a fight between the White Bowser and Nova? The White Bowser. He can
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you seen all the boxing videos Nova's done? He's got a killer right hook.
Like, he probably
I think it
hits like a wet
depends,
napkin.
I think, is it boxing, kickboxing, or like a UFC kind of fight? Because like, it depends there. I think.
Like, the biggest question is, does he know the difference?
That's also a great question.
Yep. Like, in his mind, maybe he fights like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, but he doesn't know the difference between any fighting styles.
Could you imagine?
Oh,
Just
he
like
would.
mid-fight goes, over here.
Yeah, no, I was about to say he'd go in and think it's a wrestling or like a WWE match and be so confused on why he's getting kicked in the head.
Yeah, he'd like try to cut a promo and point at the guy and try to talk and just get a kick to the chin and cry and give up. Probably. It was gonna be the end of the Novine Universe wrestling career would be very interesting, but it would end after one match. So perfect on the chat. Thank you for the 5. He's been spoon-fed opportunities to prove everything with false time and time again. He just doesn't want to put the effort. True. Or maybe he doesn't have the proof that he claims. I think that's most likely the real thing. But yeah,
Like, we've all given him a chance. Let's be real. All of us have literally said he can come on with all of us and talk about it and show proof. Even I said it when I first started talking about him. Like, theoretically, all he has to do is show his proof, and everybody would give him, because there was one thing that was proven fake. And once that was happening, everyone was like, okay, can you show us proof the other stuff is fake? Nope. He's just like, I've already proven myself.
Yeah, he keeps saying like there's tons of evidence out there that proven that I'm just misunderstood, everything's fake, but besides that one thing, never again. Never been proven. And that's kind of crazy.
I think it's really interesting to me that with the Nova files, when people press him about it, he says, it's the whole thing isn't real, not just like, oh, she wasn't a minor. He could say, like, yeah, I did that. I think he's more embarrassed that he was being like a little baby on, camera versus talking to a minor. And he's like, no, the whole thing's fake. I would believe it more. It would have more credence to me if he was like, well, yeah, I did do that, but I didn't know her age, or I didn't think it was wrong at the time. So when Nova's like, yeah, the whole thing's fake, it's just like, dude, we can't believe a single word you say because you're just denying everything. And we all know now with the Nova files, it's not AI. So
yeah, like I always
accused
like
my
to
voice of being
give out the
AI.
example that when the Nova files happened, which was like mid to end of 2023, the best AI could make was Will Smith eating pasta. Like,
right.
that they could never replicate what the Nova files are. And now that you mention it, like, just a few days ago, we got another message from like inside of Nova Discord. Someone sent us him saying like, yeah, like stay. He was telling someone like a friend of his something like stay away from the internet like in between this day and the next day because the lies are coming out. Like, bro, you're on camera. You're recording 4K. Like, you can't say that those are lies. You were recorded. It's crazy.
He called my
That's
boy
definitely
Sarah.
him.
Yeah. Like,
Also, can confirm, I've seen what the girl looks like, because I saw them before they were edited. Yeah, that I feel so bad for that kid. That poor girl.
yeah, I think except for Greasy, we've all saw like an uncensored cut of the Nova files. We had our contributions, and yeah, there was a real victim there.
Yeah, you can see her webcam, Greasy. I actually caught it because one of them almost went out without the webcam censored. And it is a minor. You're not missing much not seeing her. Well, except
So you would say
the Caesar part. The Caesar part was funny though.
Caesar part's fucking horrendous.
What?
I used that that as a reaction of him just staring wide-eyed.
that's funny. You guys, all three of you, can say for the record that for just to clear up any confusion with Chad or anyone listening or Nova, this person on the other end of the files was indeed under the age of 18, either verified by y'all or just by also seeing her face and what she looks like.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because if she was over, she very much looks very, very young for her age, but we did get
She looks young.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Which, let's say she was over 18, that doesn't make it better if he thought that she was under. Like, we do have confirmation that she was under, but I'm saying, like, theoretically, if she wasn't, it'd still be a fucked up thing.
Yeah.
Does Nova know that she was under the age of 18 when he was being a little?
Supposedly, she has said that he knew that she was, like, underage. I don't want to say how old she was, but she was fairly a little younger. I'll put it on the chat in our comments.
Yeah, and like
There's been confirmation.
There's also been like information going around at that time that Nova wasn't really like in what I guess you can say like an isolated environment with that girl. He was around more, at least I think one more person of like one under the age. So yeah, like he can't just escape by saying that he didn't know. He had to know. And like in Turkey Town's video and Kiwi Tape's video of the back in 2023 when the files were getting out, there are screenshots of him on some weird baby mommy whatever discords, and you can clearly see that there were a lot of underage people around. So even if he tries to say that this specific incident wasn't true, like his surroundings were very damning. Yes, we can say that.
He still likes to surround himself with minors, which is a very odd thing. Like, again, we're all very much older in this call. I could not understand
what are you trying to
why
say?
that we're old as fuck.
Yeah, true.
I don't understand wanting to, like, the only minor I associate it with is like when I'm babysitting or when I'm taking care of my nieces and nephews. I could not understand wanting to have to deal with minors constantly. Like, I don't know. They're just not on the same wavelength. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like there's a difference between like looking at family, like babysitting family, being around family, and wanting to associate like in their lives, like being surrounded by them, being friends. Even on the latest Discord, like there were people just posting their age on the chat, and Nova was mad that they were revealing this stuff. It's like he's not mad about what's happening. He's mad that people are just talking about it. He's just
mad about the evidence.
Yeah.
Does he still really want to be like a minor? Is that what it is? I wonder.
Maybe he sees the world that way. Maybe he will.
That's possible.
What?
Like, if
My
I didn't know he...
speculation. Oh my god.
No, go ahead.
My speculation is that Nova finds it easier to talk to people who are younger than him because they are naive. Not to say that, they're dumb, but they have less life experience and they don't see the red flags as much as someone who's older with chatting with even just strangers on the internet, right? And I think Nova has an easier time taking advantage of naive folks. And usually, our naive folks are our folks who are under the age of 18. And Nova wants something easy. So I think
Oh,
that's my speculation.
oh dear God, that takes what I was gonna say and makes it horrible. Because I was gonna say, if he's mentally stunted and stuff, he could see them as on his level. But the way you're saying it, nah, he's just a predator.
Yeah, like
I mean, he is, yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
Greasy's pretty
100%. I
much
was trying to give him the
spot on
benefit of the doubt.
because there's another interview that Solidus and Let's Bet did with another minor that Nova was like trying to strike a friendship with, which is like the one girl that Gideon got surprised that he was like he joined a call with another friend, and when he asked the girl for her age, she told him that she was underage, and then Nova was like, "Ah, fuck," and just quit. Like, there's pictures of him talking to that girl, and he's just asking her like about very bad stuff that I guess we can't talk about it, but he was asking, how can I put this? She was clearly under the age, and he was asking her how she could hide her scars. I guess that's a light way to put it. You guys can put two and two together, but
Wait, he was asking her to show him?
how?
No, just tell him like how she would do it.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
It's just as bad.
Yeah, no, that's... Oh, I
yeah.
can't say what I want to.
And there are screenshots. You guys can find them on Solidus channel. They have two interviews with the girl. She admits it. They're very real, and Nova did that. I think that's
nasty.
yeah, that's one of the most nasty, the messiest things he's ever done. Together with the one we were talking about this afternoon. I guess well, we're not gonna show the chat, but Nova. It wasn't just this channel. Let me just pull it up again. Um, it wasn't just this channel. Fakespeth is a bread that he turned into a Bloodspeth hate channel. He turned another channel of his into a hate channel, and he used to
Link
belong to his dad. And as we
Okay,
all
link
know,
it. I gotta see this.
I'll link it. Maybe Solidus can link you on the chat, but on the private chat. But like he turned the channel of his old channel of his dad into a Bloodspeth hate channel, and as we all know, like his dad passed away. Rest in peace. Like very unfortunate. But to think that in the future, like imagine your own like child taking your channel of your memories and just turning into a thing of hate. It's just horrible. And he did that.
Right. Yeah, because that channel was like it had
Oh,
a
is that
video
little
of just family memories on it, and Nova's just turning it into something sick and weird and twisted and just like basically shitting on his past dad's name by doing this. It's just so odd and bizarre.
Yeah, he
Is
corrupted.
that little Nova?
Yeah,
That's actually cute.
Yeah.
he corrupted.
Yeah, that makes it worse.
He corrupted his own dad's memory, and then he has the gall to say that the trolls make his family go through hell. Like, no, you're making that happen.
He's literally dragging a family member, a close family member into this who obviously has no say on whether they want to be in this or not because they're not here anymore, and that's just so sad. It's such just
Yeah,
it
you'd
pisses
think
me
you'd
off.
want to keep that as a you'd think you'd want to keep that as a memory.
Right.
And it's such a whole I just watched the video. It's so cute
It's
and wholesome that
wholesome.
his dad filmed that. And he just
Yeah.
completely ruined his dad's channel. That's so horrible.
Yeah.
That is evil.
truly vile.
Yeah.
Like he's just the worst. I guess
He
that's.
really
Just
doesn't
so
care
you
about
don't
anyone
want to
else,
give
does
good
he?
stuff.
Go ahead, Solidus.
All that just so you can go and call fake Speffer what a predator was it?
Yeah, like
Just fucking
all
grow
that
up, mate.
Bloodspats does is just call him out. Like Bloodspats doesn't. We all meme about Bloodspat, but like he's got morals too. He doesn't stoop to the level of Lemur. He never really calls out Nova for his appearance and anything. He just talks shit about whatever bad shit Nova does. But like everyone says it, and every every like day it proves itself to be true. Like Nova just is immune to taking accountability. That's his main thing. He'll he'll never admit to any wrong. He never apologized to anyone. I was just thinking about that like a few minutes ago. No one ever got like an apology for Nova. You guys notice that?
Hmm.
Yeah, not even his mom got one.
Yeah, but like that's his mom. I
Still,
mean,
like, you think he'd apologize to his mom?
yeah, at the very least, but he never apologized to anyone on the internet. He's wrong. Like maybe we don't need like apologies, but like maybe the the minors that he's wrong. He never said anything. It's just hate and hate and hate and him saying that it's all lies.
He wants Donovan Dijak to apologize to him, the wrestler that did the cameo to
Yeah,
him.
I'm gonna pull that up soon.
That's amazing.
I know we're probably
He
going to talk
called
about
him
that
his
later,
friend.
but
Yeah, I'm
Did you see him
gonna.
going squirting out about it on Twitter? He called him his friend.
Yeah, I have the screenshots here. I'm gonna pull them up soon. I'll just let the video play a bit because as your brother talks about the ramifications of Nova's potential crimes, I'm gonna start bringing up stuff like the bike money and the lies about the Nova courts being for charity, which is just another lie, pretty much. So let's go ahead.
legal about Nova making this list because I am on it. My brother's first thoughts were that the song choice was, quote, awfully precious. Originally, this video had Taylor Swift's song, Look What You Made Me Do, accompanying it. Then he gave me his legal analysis. His first thoughts, when it came to a legal point of view, were what possible laws were broken or crimes committed by Nova in context of the list and his current revenge arc. My brother said that there are two roads to go down here, one being threatening behavior / terrorist threats, or the other being harassment. Let's first look at the threats option. My brother said that
Yeah, I guess we've pretty much proven harassment at this point. Like we've shown that
Yep.
he's threatened everyone on this panel. I haven't caught much screenshots about Solidus to show, but like every other TikTok, if you guys just pause, you can see fuck you Solidus like blink across the screen for like a second. He hasn't stopped.
Yeah.
But the main focus at the moment is Bloodspeth.
4 important elements must be met for a person to be charged with threatening behavior. 1. A specific threat of violence or other illegal activity, like threatening revenge corn. 2. Intent to cause fear. 3. The threat is imminent. And 4. Any
The revenge corn point is interesting because he tries to turn that into like an argument for him concerning the Nova files. He once tried to claim that the Nova files were revenge corn, despite also claiming that they were false. But as Purity rightfully pointed out, if he tries to say that the Nova files are revenge corn, he's just admitting that he made corn with a minor.
Yeah, it means that he sees it as fetish material, which looks worse for him if that is like him saying that is recorded, because if that is turned over to the police, then I'm not sure about his state, but they're going to take that shit seriously, that he is considering that fetish material.
For sure. Then like that's a
I
big
only really know Jag law and Florida law, so you'll have to forgive me.
we're gonna have to put that like in a potential crime bin. Like 1 point for Nova.
a reasonable person would believe it is a credible threat. All four must be filled. Since all four components must believe it is
Intent to cause harm, I guess we can point out that he just, like, with that part where he threatened Bloodspeth with danger ground law, that pretty much implies that he wanted to do harm to Bloodspeth, despite
He also threatened me.
True, threatened to send you to Pound Town. And, well, he tries to pretend
That
that
can be seen as assault.
yes,
As a threat of assault.
he doesn't know what that means. He thinks it's just something silly, but his friend in an interview with Bloodspeth proved that he knows that's bad. He mentioned that he stopped saying that because YouTube gave him something. The rumor is, according to him, that YouTube maybe got him a community guideline strike, which would have put his channel in some trouble. And that's all for saying that stuff about Pound Town. So maybe two of these requirements would be fulfilled. Intent to cause
right, and all four have to be.
Yeah, intent to cause fear. I don't know. Like, at least that one's not doesn't work because no one fears Nova. Yes.
No, but no, it technically does work because in his mind, he thinks he is putting fear into us. He's not,
Right.
obviously, but in his mind, if he believes that he is trying to scare us, then yes, it is considered because they look at more of the mindset of the person doing it and not of the person. Like Greasy and I are chicks. We can absolutely go, we're terrified for our lives that this man is threatening to hurt us, especially what Pound Town means. That's very bad when you're saying it to a female for very obvious reasons. I can't say it on here because,
Yep, absolutely.
But if that was said and it's given to the cops, that is an intent to put a fear. It's an intent that he could be threatening to do things that he shouldn't be doing to women. It all depends on how the cops see it, and they are going to look at his mindset when saying it.
Yeah.
Whether we are scared or not doesn't mean anything, because you can say, this guy sneezed in front of me and I'm terrified. And the cops could say, okay, maybe he was trying to give you the virus. Like, it really depends.
And Nova is so petty that I don't doubt that he would try to do that. Like, try to get someone sick because he doesn't like them. Like, sneeze in front of their face. Like,
yeah.
For Christ's sake, today that cameo leaked of him coughing on his hand and then running it across his hair and rubbing on his eyes.
What the hell?
I posted a cameo of his today. He coughs, then he rubs his hands on where he like coughs, then passes his hands on his hair, then on his eyes, and then he farts, and by the end he's crying, and he never says the name of the person who requested the cameo. And like it ends like 40, maybe 30 seconds of a cameo. He's just horrible.
Oh my God.
All that for $25. 30 now.
You can get a cheaper cameo from me.
Yep. You can get
I'll even get these guys involved in it.
True. Hire us. You can get
My chat was saying that you could start a trend where you hire all the WWE wrestlers that Noah has dragged into this universe and hire them to roast my friend, and his name is Nova. You know what I mean? And make that a new trend. I thought that was a really fun idea.
That's a funny idea.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think we might have to do that.
We might. And not just...
We might be able to make a few calls.
Not just...
Plus, Purity sounds like she knows some of them.
Yeah, Purity knows
I know a few wrestlers.
A few old school wrestlers, so that could happen. And maybe we don't have to stop like at wrestlers. Maybe like get some celebrities he likes, like maybe, I don't know, TX2.
I can get some voice actors. I can tell you 100% I can get some voice actors for this to say some stuff.
Which voice actors would be nice to...
Oh, I'm not saying
Nova?
the names of the people I'm friends with. I don't want Nova to go after them.
No, I mean, like, which characters would just make his mind race?
We could get Duke Nukem.
That would be awesome.
Oh my God, Duke Nukem would be awesome.
I can get that done.
Isn't his name like John?
Yeah.
I
John
would
St. John.
I would pay John St. John to roast Nova, 100%.
I have an email to send tonight.
Please, please do. But well, returning to the the requirements, I guess we have all but one, because two is kind of subjective, because mostly everyone would not fear Nova much, but since you are women, the context changes a lot when it comes to threats. And like
Plus, I feel like oh wait, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that, like, it's very clear to see that Nova picks on YouTube more than the rest. Like, he goes after women a lot, and when anyone else shows up to defend you, he just runs away.
Oh, absolutely.
It is fun.
And I also think with these, you were saying the elements, these four elements it's in the eye of the beholder, whether or not what Nova was thinking or how we felt. You can also put into context, like during this specific revenge arc that Nova is on, he is employing the aid of his degenerate friends on his uh PDF Discord servers, right?
True.
And they can actually do something. And for this revenge arc, he fully plans on using these people. And if you put that into perspective, these components change a little bit, I think.
Yeah, there was that one Telegram screenshot I put on a video where he was saying that the group that he associated himself was bad. He admitted they have some really bad material about underage people, but he said that they are all very useful. And also, in another video, I showed that Nova straight up docks his former IRL friend to one of these people, because Bloodspeth, in the night that he was gonna interview the guy told us that his info was coming out, and well, Nova was the only one who should know, at least the only one besides Bloodspeth. So if people were just out there making posts about him, Nova had to leak it to someone, and it was to those same disgusting people that have very bad material out there. So Nova, despite saying that he was getting blackmailed and maybe getting threatened with something versus Alice, he's still in contact with some of these people, and they're very, very bad, including Alice. Alice is a member of that group. Yeah, that's pretty much it. They're horrible, and Nova is associating with them.
Right, and when Nova made this list, he's talking with these people. So these people are in his Discord servers, are seeing this list and being like, okay, these are our targets for exploitation, right?
Yep. So this fourth requirement of any reasonable persons seeing everything as a credible threat is pretty much spot on, because there was one call, I guess it wasn't posted, but I have it, when his Discord was like fully taken over by the group in question. They were all saying that, like, they were begin targeting YouTubers. They fail, of course, because, well, they still think that Bloodspeth is called General Jackson, and they even thought that they had Kiwi's real name, but they were also wrong. And yeah, Nova just kind of went with it. He agrees. Like,
Yeah.
in his vision, like, as long as the people who wronged him suffer the consequences, he's fine. It's good.
All four must be filled.
Oh no, he's
Since
here.
all four components must be true.
Nova's in the chat?
No, I met my door.
Oh, alright.
A package just got here, so I made the joke about Nova's here. He's coming for me.
I was about to sound the alerts calling the tomatoes for a
No,
second.
it's just my camera.
He went
Set
through
off.
Nova,
all four
where?
with Nova's Death Note-like list. The first is there a specific threat of violence or other illegal activity? My brother had this to say about the first element. I don't see a specific threat here. The song is precious and might mention a gun, but it's not specific. And any good lawyer of his would just say that's his art as a content creator. While yes, there may be no specific threat here, knowing Nova, it is entirely possible, however. He probably just hasn't thought of anything specific he wants to do because he hasn't gotten that far in his revenge arc yet. I believe the stage where Nova is at mentally in the revenge arc right now is just saying he is in a revenge arc. So, the second element is the intent to cause fear. My brother says, these cryptic statements might show intent to cause fear, but any good lawyer of his would say he's a well-established content creator. That's debatable. And this is his art,
Very
and he's
debatable.
made no explicit or specific threats. In my opinion, I think Nova's intention for this video was to cause fear. He tries to intimidate the audience and people who make videos about him all the time. He is always attempting to
I hope the chat
scare
remembers,
people.
like, in the back here, we have all these bikes, motorcycles, I guess we should say, but you know something we haven't really been seeing for like 2 months now? The bike, which Nova mentioned that he was gonna get fixed with the $200 from Cameo.
Where is that bike money at, Gabe?
Yeah, yes, like, since we know Nova is watching because of the TikTok, like, you could just pop in real quick and say, what happened to the bike? Where's the bike? Did you fix it? Because the excuse that he was having at the beginning was that the shop rejected him because they were too busy, but like, which shop just rejects $200 for like 3 days and never comes back? And it's just been 2 months now of no bike, and in fact, he might have just spent the money somewhere else. I'm gonna show that to you guys soon.
into silence. He will dox anyone who reports the truth about his actions. He even doxed his ex-friend to try to scare him from participating in the interview he had with Bloodspeth, allegedly. Noah
Yep.
has a long pattern of using intimidation to get what he wants. And what he wants is for his
This was another cringe-ass video. He always keeps mentioning revenge. Revenge this, revenge that. He's back on that again because he got called out by the wrestler, Donovan. I don't know how he thinks that he can cause fear in a real ass wrestler, but sure.
Speak for yourself, I'm terrified.
True. We're shaking in our boots, but in this case, he was just trying to cause fear into his friend, who was gonna talk to Bloodspeth. And as we all know, it's pretty much confirmed that he leaked info on the guy to his weird friends on Discord. So there really is an intent to cause harm.
pattern of using intimidation to get what he wants.
Like, we can all agree that you don't leak someone's info unless you want something to happen to them, right?
Right.
Yep.
And what he wants
100%.
is for
Also,
his
I chase
allegations
Nova
of being a predator to disappear. But that will never happen. So, I will continue to speak out about the very real threat to children that Nova potentially is. So before I get too heated about that topic, let's move on to the third element, which is the threats do not appear imminent. My brother writes, the threats do not appear imminent. Cringe Taylor Swift, list, gun reference, and a stand your ground remark doesn't really add up to something imminent.
Funny that your brother also got this Danger Ground reference here, because Nova makes reference to that a lot. Like, with some kind of logic that he can just clap back at whoever talks about him with violence.
Yeah, it was a really interesting conversation I had with my brother. My brother really knows nothing about Nova, so it was very hard for me to communicate to him about everything that's been happening because there's so much that's a part of the Novine universe. And there's so many little things that make a big difference when making a case against him. And I was just trying to get like all of the boxes checked, and that was one of them. He made that comment to Bloodspeth about the stand your ground, and
all of that. And my brother had this to say about it. It was more like it just depends on each jurisdiction and each state, and then would also depend on what kind of lawyer Nova would have. And
A free one.
depending on all of that, the stand your ground remark would change. But I think my brother, for the most part, thought that most jurisdictions would say that's mostly a defensive remark and not like a threatening remark. But to me, at least, I would see that as a threatening remark. That to me, that's a veiled threat, as in I am going to uh, cause you harm with a firearm. That's how I see it.
Yeah,
But it doesn't matter how I see it. That's my brother said that's how the law would see it, as more of a defensive remark instead of a threatening remark. But
it's kind of interesting that that would be considered a defensive remark because in theory, like he's unprovoked. No one's really out here
right,
like giving him some reason to defend himself.
I was gonna say, if we can play, I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a moment as someone that has taken law. Because of Speth saying that he was gonna go into that state, that can be seen as why Nova said it is a defensive thing that he said of, if you happen to come here, there's a stand your ground law. That's what he's basically, because if Bloodspeth hadn't said about going to the state, but it is
right.
kind of seen as a defense response, even though he didn't say, I'm gonna roll up on you, Nova.
Yeah, he was
Right.
joking about like road trips onto like visiting like famous local spots. But like does it change anything considering that like that's in theory the second threat because he made the stand your ground threat, then he backed off, and then there's this one where he just wrote his name in red and made a list. Would that be considered like another type of threat? Maybe like an escalation of violence?
It could theoretically, but again, it does kind of depend on, where you are, what the lawyers think, judge, all that kind of stuff. You can see it from one angle as a threat, and you're going to have a lawyer that's obviously going to say, well, he's protecting himself. But yeah, I agree that the whole hit list, death note, whatever you want to call it, the Jericho book,
The
yeah,
Joan book.
he is setting that is a vague way of a threat to a point. But he didn't say that these are the people I want dead.
Yeah.
Trying to
Right.
say it so that, YouTube doesn't go after us. So it's one of those, as someone that's taken law, I can see both sides of this. And it sucks, because God, I'd hope he get a stupid lawyer.
But he would get
Right.
a free lawyer for sure, but stupid maybe we'd have to see, but free for sure.
And I
He
think
get
that the
a
stand your ground law in itself is in itself a defensive law. So that's why I think the courts would see it as a defensive remark and not a threat. But I mean, if you know Nova, he doesn't really, understand things. So you would have to be well aware of how the Grease Goblin's mind works, and not even I know how it works. So I think for Nova, I think in that moment when he said that to Bloodspeth, he was, I believe, was a threatening remark, right? But I don't know. I don't think the courts would
I think
interpret it that way.
I think it was both a threat and a defense remark. Like, in
Right.
that moment, just because he said, I'm thinking of going to Ohio. Well, if you do, this can happen. I can see the defense in that.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know he meant it both ways, but any court is going to see it as a defense remark.
Especially
Also, he has to actually know how the stand your ground law works, and there's no way in hell he does. Nor does he actually have a gun. He probably has a Nerf gun. I'm gonna shoot you so hard with this Nerf gun, or a water gun.
he has
In Minecraft.
the cane sword, the toy cane sword he I don't know, got for $2 or something.
Are we not allowed to say Nerf gun?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I
In
could agree
Minecraft.
with this one.
In
Nova is
Minecraft.
lazy, and he never
Cane
gets
sword in
around to
Minecraft.
half the stuff he says he wants to do. So yeah, And now the last element here is any reasonable person would believe it is a credible threat, my brother said. Given all that, a reasonable person would interpret it as a credible threat. That is usually up for the trier of fact to decide, usually a jury and sometimes a judge. This is the hardest one to measure and could go either way, but because the other elements aren't met yet, I am doubtful. Okay, if you didn't know the Nova lore and didn't understand how topsy-turvy his heffalump brain is, a reasonable person would think this is not a credible threat. However, Nova is not a reasonable person. He is illogical at best. I think if you are familiar with Nova, you would have reason to believe that Nova is serious in his head, but he lacks the intellectual tools to execute any plans of revenge. So then I submitted more evidence to my brother that Nova is on his revenge arc. My brother said, even with the revenge arc framework, I still think the analysis stands. He's a content creator, so any good lawyer of his will say revenge could mean making a mockery video or something totally legal. My brother and I talked further about Nova's revenge arc as a whole, specifically more about
I think that Nova's illiteracy concerning lawyers was demonstrated when he made copyright strikes on me, because he probably thought that by spamming strikes he made 4, he was gonna take my channel down with just that. But when I fought back, he couldn't really do anything, because in case like most everyone in the chat doesn't know, like when you file a copyright strike against someone, you do it under the prejudice of perjury, which is just lying to the court. That's like the first mistake you can make. Nova was basically lying to the court in what he'd done, because he was just telling everyone that was stealing his content, that YTPs weren't fair use and all. But sure, he can pass that. Then you have a second step where I can just fill up some information to fight back against the strikes. And when you do that, if YouTube sides with you, and they did side with me like 3 times, they send Nova a notification. And like the only way he could proceed further, like if he really thought that I stole his content, would be if it had taken me to court. And as soon as that happened, he just went away, because he hadn't thought it through. Like there's no way he thought that he was gonna hire a lawyer and take me to court, because he doesn't have the kind of money. But I bet that thought never crossed his mind.
right.
Well, yeah, he doesn't know how the back end of YouTube works at all.
He doesn't know how anything
He
works at all.
He also freaked out when he realized bigger YouTubers were actually helping you out behind the scenes, because I had my whole partnership actually doing research and stuff to help you out.
Yeah,
It's like
I had
it's not like most YouTubers don't take false strikes as a joke. Like that's something that if you want to make all of YouTuber, like all the YouTube communities hate you, that's a good way to do it.
yeah, like no
Right.
one likes a copyright system abuser, because that's really low. Because YouTube system is really exploitable. Anyone can just like upload some footage on their channel and start saying it's theirs. Like there's a case recently, it's really funny. Don't know if you guys have seen like Nvidia's AI upscaling tool for like the 5000 series.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, is that the new thing they've been showing off?
Yeah, they be showing up like something where they're using AI to make games look like more realistic, but it just looks like trash. It looks like any AI filter.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, like an Italian news station channel covered the story, but then they were scummy enough that they used their footage of the news report to strike other channels that were also covering the stuff, including Nvidia's content, which was published before theirs.
That's silly.
Yeah, like the system is broken like that, like very much so, and a lot of YouTubers were suffering because of that. Nvidia lost their videos because of it. Actman
That's wild.
got struck too, and mostly anyone that just used like over 5 seconds of footage and didn't say anything were just being struck by some random Italian news channel that just decided to be some pieces of shit.
It happens more commonly than you think. It's actually quite a common issue on YouTube.
So now people are just calling for people to, like, for YouTube to do a revision of the system maybe. And as someone who has dealt with that, I think that's very fair, because there are people like Nova who exploit the system, and it's not just him. I think Andrew Ditch used the system against Mr. Beefy once, and Cyrex did it, and Low Tier God took a few of his critics down with the system. So yeah, it's a really scummy move, and locals are really happy to use it.
About Nova attempting to dox Bloodspeth as part of the current revenge arc. He said because of the many factors of this revenge arc, the list, and other actions Nova has taken recently, including Nova's attempt to dox the person in red, could be considered harassment. Like the previous elements we went through with threats of violence, there are requirements for harassment as well to be considered. My brother says these elements are intent to annoy, alarm, or cause emotional distress. The action done lacks a legitimate purpose. The reasonable person would find the acts hostile. The victim suffered genuine fear or emotional distress. And 5, the victim did nothing to encourage or invite this behavior. So like previously, we'll start with the first element, which is the intent to annoy, alarm, or cause emotional distress.
Yeah, this annoying Nova nails that like by just existing, so we can say that he's very good at it.
My brother and I both agree that Nova intended for the people on the list to feel fear and emotional distress, but a jury would have to decide on that. The second element...
I don't know if you guys remember this video where he just bit an onion, and the reason why he did it.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Did you, Purity and Greasy, ever saw this video? And remember why he's done it?
Oh, the onion?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he was doing something with Kiwi and Smokey, trying to prove something. It's like, oh, it's your turn, I can do it. I don't
Yeah, he
it was so
tried
stupid.
to prove that he was better than Smokey, because Smokey said that he hated onions, he can't eat them. So Noah was like, yeah, bet. So he just bit an entire onion. He really dislikes Smokey.
Yeah, there was a while where
is
they did
the
a back
action
and
done
forth
lacks a
with
legitimate
purpose.
feats of
The
strength,
second
but it
one
wasn't
is
really a back
asking,
and
I
forth. It was
believe,
more
was
just
Nova's
Nova
plan
doing
to
weird
harass,
shit.
or was his plan to achieve something else that didn't really have anything
And it
to
was
do
after the
with
interview too,
harassing the
so
people on the
he
list?
was like
My brother had this to say about this one.
against you high.
It might seem obvious that
Yeah.
his behavior lacks a legit purpose, but a good lawyer would probably say even bad publicity is good publicity. They could argue that it's an online feud intending to boost visibility for all parties. A jury would have to decide. Again, a jury full of lay people wouldn't understand that Nova has only one brain cell. He would never think that the list would be good for his views. No. And
I like the joke that the people on your chat told last week, where it was that actually Nova doesn't have one brain cell. He has 2 brain cells, and they're always fighting for 3rd place in the competition. Yeah.
Yeah, my chat's hilarious.
Yeah,
They're the best.
your chat got really good jokes.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
elaborate scheme to involve all his ops for his views is way beyond Nova, because Nova has the intellectual prowess of Patrick Star.
You may be an open book, SpongeBob, but I'm a bit more complicated than that. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Patrick is a lot more intelligent than Nova. The only thing they have in common, and instead they're both pink. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, Noah's definitely not as intelligent or conniving as Patrick, and I don't know if lay people just by looking at Nova would realize that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if it was jury were to decide if Nova really meant harm or to harass with the list or the revenge arc or any of the actions he's been taking recently with his cronies and his Discord servers, they wouldn't really understand any of that either. So, you know what I mean? So it's just this tricky, weird thing when it comes down to like involving lay people, because like some people don't even know how like TikTok exists or like what a troll is and all of that.
Yeah.
All it reminds me of is like, do you remember when they were trying to find people for the Christian trial
Oh
and
yeah.
they couldn't? That's what would happen again.
And that probably
Yeah.
happened again with Daniel Larson's trial. Because
Right.
sure, you can explain a guy making threats to like government or something, but how do you explain like this guy just did it all online, and he just believes that
Right.
he's in a relationship with a famous girl, and he's like a musician, a worldwide famous musician.
Right.
Call that schizophrenia.
Yeah, that's why I think that the easiest solution would just be to bring the chat. The chat has to be the jury.
I feel like that'd be a little biased.
Yeah.
Could you believe that? Just
Yeah.
Jail.
I think it's fair.
Give the £5. Give the £5.
But-
Yo, put that chome in for years.
Yeah, it'd take 5 minutes to be the quickest trial in history.
Yeah. The
I could just
The
see chat
lawyers
just
didn't even
spanning
have to
jail the
say
whole time.
anything. The
Yeah.
lawyers didn't even have to say anything. They
I would
just
love to
wouldn't
see,
stop
like-
screaming jail.
like the chat, like maybe they pick Rashid to be the ultimate, like the communicator, and Rashid steps up and say like the chat unanimously agreed in like 1 minute, and yeah, Nova Jachom like throw the book at him. Jail. That's it.
Jail. And didn't
Found jail in
Toph
the
go
chat.
through like an online trial on TikTok?
She got roasted, but a trial, I don't know.
I can't remember.
Oh,
This
she
was a
had a
while ago,
trial on
mind you.
TikTok.
Maybe the real Tophia she will remember. There was like maybe this weird like online TikTok trial for Toph when she was caught watching Asian teen corn. So I don't know. This was a while ago, mind you.
Yeah, there was.
so.
I remember there were like two women like roasting her about the Asian teen corn thing.
Yeah.
And
I think
Yes,
yeah,
with
that
Aunt
was like
Karen.
with
Okay.
mhm.
Yeah, they.
I think they were calling that like a quote unquote trial.
Yeah,
I
Spinge
don't
will say that it was with Aunt Karen and some other Aunt Karen Sports. Maybe that's a big
That's what
video.
chat says, Aunt Karen's court.
Yeah.
God,
And
We
that
should have
reminds
Nova do
me of
Aunt
the
Karen's
White
court.
House.
yeah,
He wouldn't show up.
No,
True.
he'd show up and then he'd run off because he'd go like full ADHD every 5 seconds, worse than I do.
like in the True High interview, he couldn't even like
Yep.
stop for like 2 seconds to think.
I'm so glad he cannot drive because he can't focus on one thing for more than 2 seconds at a time.
Yeah, like it would like we make jokes about the and not like a lot of we say a lot of real things about the bike getting fixed too, but I would like to see him maybe a video from his POV riding a bike, or maybe like when people just film him on the street when he's unaware. I would like to see like someone filming him riding his bike around the neighborhood or something and see how he does it. He can, I bet, like he must not look normal.
Oh God, it would
That would
be
be
amazing.
something. I have a hard time picturing him on a bike
Okay.
because he can't even hold up a baby watermelon. How is he going to pedal his chunky butt on a bike? I don't know.
I'm sorry, what about a watermelon? He can't lift a watermelon up?
No, a baby
Not
watermelon.
not even a mini one. On one of his TikToks, he gets like he accidentally gets a subscription to like this Misfits market where you get weirdly shaped fruits that don't make it to like the big supermarkets. And there was a mini watermelon, which is at least, if not less than half the size of a standard watermelon. And he's like, I'll have to pick that up later. I can't pick it up right now because he's having a hard time. He goes through bits where he's just having a hard time lifting anything more than like a pound.
Yeah, his friend
I'm standing up.
Oh, dear Lord.
mentioned it on the interview. Like
He did. He sure did.
says that Nova has like bouts where he can't lift stuff up, or he can stand up. He straight up can't like stand on his 2 feet.
I am
That's
amazed
wild.
as somebody with Andler syndrome, which means my joints literally will randomly pop out.
Ugh.
I can lift a fucking watermelon, and my joints hate me. Yeah, it sucks. It's a genetic disorder. It sucks us. But like, he's just such a lazy prick. When the person that's own joints betrays her can lift the damn watermelon.
Yeah, you bring it up like a good point. Maybe he was lying to his friend about not being able to get up. Maybe he's just really fucking lazy.
I'm gonna guess lazy
I
because I'm
don't
not even
know.
gonna say depression, and I've dealt with like people with depression and stuff.
Because like
Like I'm not even gonna say depression. I'm gonna say he's just a lazy fat fuck.
yeah, everyone says that he doesn't really suffer when he says that he's sad and stuff. But like
I don't.
about his lack of arm strength, people have made theories like maybe it was because of Ozempic shots. People said that like your arm starts to hurt after you take those. That maybe could be true if the Ozempic theory is true, but that could also be any other disorder, maybe diabetes or something.
I will say when Nova started losing weight, that's when he was in TikToks not being able to lift things. That's when it started around the same time. So in my opinion, my theory is that him not being able to lift things and having all this frailty started at the same time he started losing weight. So I think it's connected.
I don't think it's Ozempic. Like that's the thing. The way he lost weight and stuff. I don't. Ozempic doesn't work as fast as people think that it does. I've actually looked into it.
Yeah, because it was like in a period of like
I
20
hate to say it, I
days.
really think he might have diabetes because the way the weight gain keeps coming and going and stuff. Like if he's not controlling that, oh lord, because I do, like I said, I don't think it's Ozempic
Yeah, it was like in a period
because
of
there's no way it would work
20
that fast.
days working, going by his face kind of really thinned out. He was just not looking like as round anymore. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's why I think it's diabetes. Because again, I've seen how fast Ozempic works and things like that. Because I do have family members that have type 1 and type 2 diabetes. So I've had to look into that stuff and I've seen what it does. I think it is diabetes or something else that's eating him alive. Because again, the weight gain, the way it is fluctuating and stuff, it's not healthy at all. And if he was on Ozempic, he'd have to get that from a doctor. And there's no way in hell the doctor would let him stay on it with the way his weight is. Like
Yeah,
the way it's been fluctuating so dangerously.
and like
No way.
speaking of doctors, if he were ever to like get the news that he's got like diabetes or another serious health condition, do you think that he would treat it?
No. He'd cry and
That would take
bitch
too
and
much
moan.
work.
Yeah.
Like if he does, he's probably at the point of insulin if he's just the way his body seems to be, like the legs show neuropathy, which is nerve damage.
Yeah,
They're
his
decaying,
his legs are just
which is
darkening. His toes are brown.
and if he is talking about like pain in his legs and stuff, again, that's neuropathy, which is damage to your nerves in your legs, which is usually where diabetes will attack first, and then it'll go for your arms. And just the discoloration is rotting, I guess is the easiest way to say it, like the diabetic rotting. Yeah, he's fucked. He needs to actually go to a doctor. Like all
42 in the
jokes
chat
aside.
says that he thinks he has diabetic ketoacidosis. Trust me. Yeah, we
Ooh.
trust because that
No,
would
I know
make
what that
sense.
is. Woof, he has that.
Okay, but like Nova in his TikToks has filmed himself at the doctor's. So if he did have diabetic ketoacidosis, wouldn't the doctor like be able to clock that immediately upon almost really a visual inspection at this point or other like simple tests? And maybe he does have it and he's just, I don't know, too proud to say that he has diabetes because I think, some people think that they're shaming diabetes because of at least type 2, you get it from usually poor diet. So maybe he's just ashamed. So a lot of times when Nova is ashamed of something, he'll just say it doesn't exist. So it could be that he does have diabetes, but he's ashamed of it. So he's just saying he doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
it's a
other thing is
case. Go ahead.
if the doctor has clocked it, he may have not wanted to do the test because you have to go through the blood work and there's a few other things. He may not have wanted to do it. He may not want to be on the medicine. He may be on it and he's not admitting it or he's not taking it enough. And somebody pointed this out. If there are bed bugs, this is another major thing. I have dealt with this firsthand. Bed bugs cause anemia, and once you have it from a bed bug, it does not go away. It becomes permanent. If he's also
Ew.
having problems with, yeah, it sucks. They actually do fuck with your genetics and stuff. Like bed bugs are a nightmare.
Yeah, it may not
But
even be just bed bugs. Like his house has probably
Well-
like 5 different types of infestation by different things. It's just
well, I'm pointing out, you know how he said like you know how his friend said sometimes he's very lazy and stuff?
Yeah.
If he's got anemia, like if you've never had it, I'll explain it to somebody that has it. You have no strength in your body at certain points because your blood is not thin. I'm trying to like if you bleed, it doesn't stop. It keeps going. Like you can't have blood thinners and things like that. He may, if he does have bed bugs, he needs to get checked for anemia. Honestly, his ass needs to get checked for a lot of health issues
yeah.
because of the way he lives, because of how he eats and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised with the diabetes, the anemia, and other things. Like they don't compound into a great thing as it is.
And if not for him, maybe he should just be concerned about those things for his mom because he's in the same environment, risky environment, and now he just moved into her room and he's making his mess there too.
Yeah, if she's in poor health, she needs to be in a very clean environment, and that might be why she's not home yet. Is if the hospital has any inclination that his house is like that, they will not release a patient, especially given her age. And we don't know her health as it is. So let's theorize she's in poor health. They won't release her.
Yeah. And I
They
fear
could
I
be
believe
looking
sh-
for other housing for her.
I just fear for what the house is gonna become like if it's only Nova there.
Can't clot, thank you. I was trying to remember how to say it. Yeah, no, it sucks when you have anemia. Kidney disease, yeah, that's another problem that you get with diabetes. There's a lot of issues. And the thing is, he could, if he, let's say he has it. Also, did he go to the doctor or the hospital? In that
I don't know.
one?
He was just getting in his TikTok. He was just getting weighed at. I believe he even said at the doctor's office,
Yeah,
so that it was
he always
proof.
says the doctor in the TikToks.
I absolutely believe that he might go to the doctor, but he doesn't want to do like the blood tests and stuff.
I could
And a
definitely see
doctor
that.
can't
He's super
force it.
lazy.
A doctor
Right.
cannot
It'd be
force
too much
it.
work.
It's not just about the laziness. It's also like his friend just clarified things about the therapist. Like he has cycled through 4 therapists. So like if he wants, he goes to a doctor and they give him an answer he doesn't like, he probably just tells him to go screw himself and he goes to another doctor until he gets another answer.
Right. I could definitely see that. Plus, I don't even think, as of right now, if his mom really is in the hospital or some other, not at home, he doesn't have transportation really to anywhere. So I don't think he's going to be going to the doctor for any, for the foreseeable future. Plus, I believe that his mother has diabetes. He has said in a previous TikTok that we saw in one of my videos where we did a retro react. He was like, clearing a space for listening to some records, and he was like, I gotta move my mom's like this diabetes medication, so I'm pretty sure she has it. And then also I believe Uncle Drew had it, and
Yeah,
I think he passed due to complications from diabetes, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
So you also have the
Solidus, I
danger
think
of it
he
being
lost a
passed
leg
on
because of
to
it, right?
Yep.
Yes.
That's what I think. I don't know that for sure.
So so it really might just be genetics and he's just ignoring it.
Could be, and that's very dangerous. And Nova, if you're watching, I mean, I don't like you, but I don't think you should take care of your health, dude.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we can all agree, like we don't like you, but go take care of yourself. Like do something.
We're not evil.
Yeah, no, we all want to, honestly, we all want to see you stay healthy. As much as we don't like you, nobody is wishing you dead as you keep claiming. None of us are wishing that.
True.
Get yourself checked. It's a little pinprick. It's not that bad. It's a 1, 2, 3 blood draw. It's fine. It's only gonna hurt for a second. They'll give you a lollipop.
True.
Unless you're diabetic, then they sure as fuck won't.
Yeah. Should give him like a pinch of salt or something.
Taking this lollipop after my doctor's appointment.
So 42 says in the
42
chat,
words says I'm too loud. You might have to. I don't know if I can be turned down or not.
yeah. Oh yeah, the super chat. I just seen it. There, turned you down a bit.
Okay, is that better? You guys let me know if that's better. On chat.
That better 42? Then
It probably
Generica
is.
brought up another point, like a joke about the South, but like we can be almost sure that he also has high blood pressure problems. Like he's always sweating and he's always like in a pinkish color.
That actually explains it, yeah.
What about the balding though?
Yeah,
Does
there's
that
the
mean anything or no?
the
That
balding.
could be because of the diabetes and the poor health.
A lot of the theories point out to it being the diabetes, but also people say that he would just help him if he were to just, wash his hair. Like,
Yeah, he also doesn't take care of it, so that's not gonna help.
I think he only, maybe, possibly only takes like 1 shower per week. And if his mother's out of the house, maybe he hasn't showered like in days.
Is this like a common guy thing or just a him thing?
No, that's not a guy thing.
Okay, good.
Because
Because every guy I've known showers, and I'm like, I've never heard this, and I want to make sure this isn't a guy thing.
No, we shower like that's a Nova Online thing. It's like a
I shower
Cyrex.
every day.
Me too. Once or twice every day.
Amen.
It's so relaxing. I don't know why you don't like it.
The third element is the reasonable person would find the acts hostile. My brother said, yeah, this is hostile. I agree. A menacing video with a list of people Nova doesn't like and has tried to go after and dox in the past, that's hostile. The next is the fourth element, which is the victim suffered genuine fear or emotional distress. My brother said this about the fourth element. The only one doxed was one person, so we'd have to ask them. As for the other people on that list, they would have to testify to the distress they suffer from being on this list. In this hypothetical,
I am very distressed. I think
I'm distressed.
he has made big threats on us for a long time now, so throw the book at him. Lock him up. He even had to try to steal Solida's identity. He started to speak like in British slang. He told people to get winked.
I will say one of the worst comments I got after the list, because I think it was like 2 days before Gilbert, and somebody goes, "Did Nova kill her hamster?" And I'm like, you fucking assholes! I shouldn't have laughed at that.
Whoa, that's
I was
horrible.
like, that's evil.
Yeah.
It was like the worst comment, but it was still the funniest.
local court case, I guess I would be one of those people to testify about the level of distress I experienced because I am, after all, on the list. Am I afraid of Nova? No. However, do I like the, in his own words, horrible people he's getting ass pats from in his alleged predatory Discord servers? No, I do not. I believe Nova has admitted to being their friends to aid in his revenge arc against the people on the list by perhaps these very bad people doxing or extorting content creators for making videos, calling out Nova's predatory behavior. And to Nova, I just want to say I think you're a fool for being these people's friends. Nova even thinks he's getting blackmailed by these people because that's what they do. They aren't your friends, Nova. You're the one that's gonna get hurt in the end, not the—
And I bet that if Nova really got info on one of the people he hates, he would try to blackmail them.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, absolutely.
If
instantly.
if we've had like one of our discords or whatever, one of maybe another email. He has my email because of I sent him the the strikes thing. YouTube sent him some of my info, but he hasn't tried. But I think if he got like more info, he would sure try to blackmail people.
People on the list. At least that's my prediction. Also, Purity Sin is on this list, and Nova and his cronies have been harassing her nonstop on her live streams, and they have also been mass reporting her online endeavors. So I think she would have a lot to say here as well.
Yeah, true. Like, would you like to expand a bit on that, Purity? Like, about getting mass reported?
So it's still going on too. I work on multiple platforms. Some cannot be said, obviously, on YouTube. And when this started, I guess just before this list and stuff, I was suddenly getting mass reported for the weirdest things. Like the videos weren't being reported for legit reasons that were in the video. A lot of it was bullying, harassment. Like that was the main thing where these videos were let's plays of video games. Because that's really all I do, other than voice acting. And they're still doing it. He hasn't stopped. He has not left me alone. He is still harassing me.
Yeah, like
He was, again, I said this, he was harassing me when I stepped away from most social media to grieve my hamster. He wouldn't leave me alone. He still doesn't leave me alone. I have people, some of my fans keep an eye on him, and apparently there is somebody who talks to him, and he watches every single thing I do. I have done nothing to him. Yes, we'll say Hoonie Pop. I have done nothing to him.
yeah,
I
it's
make a
not
few
just you.
jokes,
Like
and I
he
stream snipe.
watches everyone. He more than he's more than proven that he's got notifications on for all of us pretty much. Because back then when he used to comment on my channel before the strikes, he would be first comment. He got first comment like 5 times. And it was like I refreshed the page and it was like 1 second ago Nova SYMFMB. Like every time.
Yeah, I still don't understand what that shit means.
It shut your effing mouth and B word.
Oh, okay, that's what that means. But
I
it's
get
like
to be family friendly.
Yep.
when I announced that one of the sites had gotten the IP address and had confirmed where it was, they IP banned the person. He's trying to circumvent it and he's continuing, and they're always the same type of reports. They're always bullying and harassment, but I'm not doing that in those videos. I'm voice acting. I'm making fun of a video game. I'm not talking about him.
Yeah, like D5 in the chat is asking if it's still going on. Yes, Spirit showed me a screenshot of her email and it was like dozens and dozens of videos getting reported for the same reason.
Like, thankfully at this point, the sites I work with understand that it's a mass attack and they are helping. But it has to go through a bot, basically. A lot of these sites have a bot thing. And yeah, it's apparently 2 people. We know that as a confirmation. One of them is in Novo's area, or at least his state, considering the IP. They couldn't give me exact info for obvious reasons. But it's annoying because it means my stuff takes a little longer to go up, which means my money is kind of stuck. And that annoys me because I have to take care of the foster pets and my, my poor rescues, and I'm trying to take care of myself, and what can I do? Because this asshole won't leave me alone because he's obsessed with me. And I just want to play video games, make my money, write my comic, and be left alone.
Yep, like you haven't talked about him in maybe like almost a month now since the the February 14th stream. It's been a while.
Yeah, like,
But he hasn't stopped. He
I
even
don't
included
mind.
you on the list.
I even said I would stop stream sniping him if he leaves me alone, because, like, I got creeped out that he started, obsessing over me, especially with Gilbert. And I'm like, when he said, I'm sorry, I don't like you, but nobody should go through this. Okay, that's nice, thank you. And then he kept commenting and stuff, and people were like, leave her alone, take a hint.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not going to scare me off. You're not. If anything, I'm going to continue to make fun of you.
Like, there's another thing that you and Gracie get, maybe because you're women, that he also tries to be a bit nicer to you sometimes. Like, he tries to get redemption, maybe by following back or saying nice things and not being a dick. Like, I could notice that us guys like B, Bloodspeth, Chilla, Menace don't get those comments like this, the, like these shows of regrets, like you guys get sometimes. Like,
Yeah, you can see that with Chris Chan too. Like he just felt more comfortable around women, either conversing with them, or either it's also being a douche to them. I think Nova's somewhat the same way, where Nova also feels more comfortable with women, but at the same time he's also more comfortable like heckling them, or um mass reporting them, or um keep doing whatever he's doing in our streams by spamming Gennaro Jackson or what have you. So
yeah,
Yeah, he also said the whole suck his 10-inch in my stream.
that's crazy, dude.
But yeah, no, he only said it to me.
true.
Dude, you're not my type. I don't like pedos. I like my men at least good looking. But no, for real, like again,
Oof.
when he first said, I'm sorry about Gilbert's loss, I was like, all right, thank you. I don't like you, but even scumbags have, hearts for animals. Let's ignore what he did to his dog. And then he kept doing it. It's like, all right, at this point, do you think I'm going to pat your head and suddenly be nice to you? No, you're just going to piss me off more.
True.
Like,
Hell,
take the
Hal
hint, fuck off.
pointed it out well in the chat. He said he goes after women because he's too scared to fight like a real man. True, because sometimes when Nova shows up on Purity stream, like there was one time when me and Bloodsbed also showed up at the same time, and after we were like, "Hey Nova, like, what are you doing here? Keep talking." He just runs away.
He is scared when you two come in. He doesn't understand. You guys just come in to actually watch the gameplay.
Yep. It would be funny if it happened in real life too. Like, do you think he'd have the same reaction?
Oh, he would shit himself. Also, in real life, I'd actually. I can't say anything.
Let's just leave it at that. But
Yeah.
the point is made about the threats. Guess we can move on.
He believes women are weaker. I 100% believe that.
He
Yeah.
says that is a like a 4 foot tall round guy who can throw a punch to save his life. That's hilarious. But like, I was going to bring up the next crime because I think we made our point about the threats. He
So, honey, you did better getting the girlfriend. You should not have dated him at all. I'm just saying, hon.
who do you mean?
Toph.
Oh
She's talking about how she dumped him.
yeah, like
Yeah, toasted me now.
Dolph on the stud shoe. That was probably punching walls, being real mad in his home. Do you guys remember when he sent her like a rose? I still have that screenshot.
Oh, yeah, didn't she
Yeah.
block him?
Yeah, then it was real Nova. It wasn't a bot. It wasn't a mispronounced title. It was real Nova sending her a rose on TikTok. It was 100% real.
I'm just saying, Toph can do better. And I don't even like her. Except Toph in chat, I love her.
Yeah, real Tofia is the goat. The proof of that is that she's always around us, even though she calls us racist, but she doesn't mean it.
She means it with love, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, the next thing I was gonna bring up is the famous fan funding campaign, which is like Nova's next crime. He got by the threats, but he also could be argued that he's lied to his audience because if you guys don't know what happened, around February the 17th, like a few days before the Discord, Nova he lost the job opportunity think it was. Do you remember where it was, Solidus?
I think it might be something like Popeyes.
Yeah, I think he tried applying to Popeyes. There were even some photos of him like an office people just took, but he lost the job. And after losing it, he just started this because after getting so much rejection, he got the idea that he was gonna fix his bike and do DoorDash, which was one of the options
Is
he.
that the job where he got fired because he said he wouldn't work with teenagers or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that this one was like a second Popeyes he tried to apply to. There was the Popeyes last year, which he said that thing about the minor and got fired in like 6 hours. Then there was this different Popeyes, which he wasn't even accepted. Like maybe they were just told. Like, could you imagine like you try to work in some place and you just got you go like, yeah, I can do anything, but just don't bring a minor close to me. It's just
Yeah, that's gonna go great.
yeah, like W interview. It's like when Chris.
One that's sus.
Oh, go ahead.
One that's sus too. It's like, dude, it's fast food. That's like the stereotypical place where teens work. Like, duh.
Yeah, like kids are gonna go out of school and grab a bite. Like, how are you gonna say you don't want to work around minors? It just reminds me of when Christian was trying to get a job and he tried to bring up Sonny to anything. Like, it's insane. You don't have to say all that. No one really cares. But anyway, he tried to say that maybe he was gonna open up see like a DoorDash driver account to deliver things and get some money on the side. So he opened this, and meanwhile, inside his server, he told people were just asking like, "Where's the money? Did it work?" Yes. He not only got his wish, but he surpassed it. Like we have screenshots of him with like in the hundreds range, in the 200s range. So like there's plenty of proof out there that he got the money. He got even more than what he asked for. But it's now been 2-ish months. We're on April 8th. So since February the 17th, 22 seconds, it's been a few days. And no bike has been seen until now. So the question on everyone's minds right now is, oh, well, where's the money?
It went to the MacBook. It didn't go to a bike.
Yeah,
Chumbook?
that's the most probable explanation right now because we've been theorizing. Me, Solidus, and Blood were told that he spent the money elsewhere, and there were theories that maybe he got another thing to like move around, maybe a trike, maybe something else. But like now, after everything, he just shows up with a brand new MacBook, which we're
How
gonna
much
see
do
in
those
this
things
video.
actually cost?
The
I
MacBook.
think this model
Yeah.
was just over 700.
Yeah, because he
700,
says
600.
it's brand new. So according to this screenshot that Greasy grabbed, it starts at $599 for the 200
Jeez.
gigs model, and for the 500 gigs, it's $699. That's the range of
And he
what he
also bought
spent.
a VR set.
Yeah, he got a VR set meanwhile. But this there's like an asterisk in the MacBook because he said that this was a business expense because of the NovaCord business.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
don't think he knows how to work expenses because I don't. Does he file taxes? Do we have any proof he actually filed taxes? Also, didn't he claim he gave money to charity? Because if you're claiming that on your taxes and you didn't do it, buddy, IRS gonna get that booty.
yeah,
He also said all the money goes to charity.
yeah. He
Oh yeah,
tried.
no, IRS gonna get that booty hard.
Let's just watch the MacBook video first, and I'm gonna pull up the taxes.
I just got my hands on the all-new MacBook Neo. And today, I'm going to do an unboxing of it. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing the NovaCord vest...
So just a quick confirmation, he just said it, the MacBook Neo. So like we can be sure that he spent at the very least $600 basically on this.
Fuck uses Mac products anymore?
Me? I'm using one right now.
Didn't you say
The thing with the Mac thing is that Nova doesn't have any Apple products. So when he's buying this MacBook, it's like, dude, it's not going to be that compatible with his other devices that he has. So it's like, why would you go that way? So I don't know.
Yeah, I think his
I'm so
phone's
sorry you're using a Mac.
Android, and
Check my Discord. What are you doing?
not only that, but like he has still a gaming PC, so there's no good reason why he would need to buy like a MacBook.
Well, yeah, no, he doesn't do it. Because I was gonna say if he edits, but no, I'm sorry, he doesn't know how to edit. Fuck. Yeah, he doesn't do like artistic projects or anything. What the hell does he need a MacBook for?
It's interesting that he doesn't edit because like every time he records a TikTok, you can see that like he leaves every time that he pauses, he presses the pause button. So like I think he records like 5 to 10 second segments and then he stitches them all together like inside TikTok itself. Maybe he applies like a filter, puts some words in, and like that's it. Like that's the most he can do with edits.
I am sitting here with 3 versions of Camtasia open editing, and I'm just glaring at you right now, just to tell you that.
Yeah, like
I've seen his editing, I hate it.
I think
I've seen his streams, I hate it.
he will be jump scared by like one of my timelines on DaVinci Resolve when I do the YouTube poop editing.
Oh yeah, no, I can only imagine yours is as bad as mine with like
It's
every
horrible.
fucking-
It used to be even worse when I use Premiere Pro.
You ever have to use animation software? Oh man,
Yeah.
you want to talk about a nightmare.
Yeah, I've done animations on Clip Studio Paint and it gets crazy.
I'd rather do cell animation than deal with half those programs. Maya and shit can golf.
I'd love to see Nova try to draw. Like
Oh yeah,
anything.
no, Nova, if you're listening, for the love of God, please do a drawing for us.
Yeah, post a drawing, like draw Bloodspeth.
I want to see your art.
Like draw Bloodspeth character or your own persona, whatever. Just draw something. Let us see. We'll give you honest feedback, we promise.
Well, you won't make money
That's
if you act like a chome, but if you make fun of chomes, I can tell you personally, I get a fuck ton of stuff sent to me, and please stop sending me Pokemon cards. Oh my god, there's so many.
This is a business expense. I mainly...
Here we go. The business expense excuse. Like, Bloodspeth was genuinely like curious about him filing taxes because, first of all, I doubt that Nova can even count.
That made me
So,
laugh.
Yeah, like
No, I'm just picturing him going 1, 2, 9, 14. Okay, I'm done with my taxes.
yeah, and like I'm gonna be honest too. Like I'm very, 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 very bad at math. Like generally, I have get help from like calculators or maybe I ask people that know more. But like I guess, but you can very clearly see that Nova's even worse than that. I doubt that.
Oh, I get an accountant. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, yeah, but I think Nova would be too proud to hire someone to do his taxes, so he's just letting it sit there, and I bet the
I
IRS
imagine
are
whoever,
not gonna be happy.
Whoever's doing his taxes is in the backyard right now, tying the rope to the tree for his wrist.
Yeah, maybe they're lost in the heap.
Oh god, I've been here a month. Tax season's already over. Free me.
Yeah, you can hear that together with Mouse, the dog, who's been surviving there off the scraps for like 2 years.
Is that what it's doing?
Yeah, his dog is named Mouse.
It's actually a cute name. Aw.
Yeah, the bad part is his owner is Nova.
I know, that's the sad part.
He bought this to manage NovaCord orders and do some business on setting up listings.
Exclusive property of the Novine universe on TikTok.
So let's go ahead and unbox this. This is actually going to be my first Apple product that is not an iPod. So first up, we've got the MacBook itself. We're going to... Oops, someone sent me an eBay message. We're going to set this to the side. And we got a Designed by Apple in California sticker. We got the brick and the cable. And I think that's it, except for the laptop itself. Oh, this thing looks absolutely amazing. I got this in the indigo color because my Target only had the blush version, and this is the color that I wanted. Thankfully, the Apple Store did not have the piss yellow version.
This flashes across the screen for like 1 second, so I had to pause just so everyone could read. But I don't know how, but he thinks that buying a MacBook for $600 is being one step ahead of his roles.
Also, he just kind of admitted he bought it.
Yeah.
Also, okay, piss yellow. Why is he so sad he couldn't get the piss yellow one? Why would you want a piss yellow one?
To go along with his oven or his carpet. Like,
oh god, I hate you.
Yeah, like his whole house probably looks like they're born with a piss yellow filter. They look like a
Oh good, I hate it.
Breaking Bad episode in Mexico.
Mexico don't even want them.
Opening.
And they have
Yeah.
Ethan Ralph.
The
True.
Apple chime! Oh my god, it turned on right out of the box! Holy
That's not a good sign,
fuck,
actually.
This looks so good!
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually really bad.
That implies something faulty, like some kind of issue. But
That's on how long till it explodes?
we all know that this thing is gonna be, if it hasn't already, it's gonna be swallowed by the heap in like 2 days.
Oh no, I know why it turned on. It's trying to get help. It's like, oh god, help me! I see what place I'm in, please!
Yeah, it's trying to send
I
an
don't deserve
SOS.
this. Send me back.
Someone please rescue this product.
Oh my god! Guys, listen to this one. It looks so good!
We can see that
Oh
like
my god!
his TikToks are not real videos. It's just like 5 to 10, maybe 15 seconds recording that he just sticks together, maybe inside TikTok itself. It is just so funny that he really doesn't know how to edit.
The heap hungers for the MacBook.
True.
Guys, listen to this when I plug it in. Listen, listen, listen. It's got the same chime as the iPhones. I'm sorry.
English is the main language. Press the return key.
I'm sorry, I am so used to Windows, I'm so used to Android. I am just impressed by the clean and polished look of Apple devices.
We needed like a...
Yeah, that's not gonna last long.
True. Maybe like if this thing breaks, we can get a sequel to the PC fixing stream. Could you
That
imagine?
was painful as someone that actually has a degree in computer repair. Fuck
Yeah,
you. That
like-
was painful.
And do you like this? I always get comment on that video and people say that that's like the saddest and the scariest video on the channel. They say that like that's a snuff video but for PCs. And I agree.
I couldn't get through that video.
Like when he starts to hit the most terrifying moment is when he grabs the scissors and he starts to cut cables. It's so sad.
Oh, I was screaming on stream during that. No, did you read the chat? Because the chat was worth it. People yelling, plug it in,
Yeah.
plug it in.
People were like,
I
plug
was
it
like,
in.
okay, everybody doing that is based.
You need to use like soapy water to clean the parts before you.
Oh yeah,
you
they
do
were doing the
things.
Twitch support from the back in the old days. I love that. And he
Yeah.
was actually reading it. You could tell he was debating half the shit they were saying.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, do I have to unplug everything from the motherboard before I do this? No, but you leave the everything in. He sold down.
You cut the wires. Why?
And all that for his friend to later reveal he had to take it to a PC repair shop
I'm actually curious. Did his friend ever say what was wrong with it? Because I want to know generally what he did to that thing.
No, like Nova says it was a power supply issue, but we have no clue. Like genuinely, he might like not even be a real issue. Maybe he like got in the BIOS
Maybe
and
all the evidence.
yeah, maybe
No,
he
there's no way even his dumbass wouldn't figure out how to. He couldn't. If he got into the. No, there is a button out there to
yeah.
get
There's
on the
maybe he
BIOS
was
at the
like
start.
mad. He slapped his keyboard, got into the BIOS and got like the wrong boot order, and it wouldn't turn on anymore. He was like, "Oh great, I broke my fucking PC," and
The computer just had it. It was done.
yeah, I don't doubt it. But according to him, he bought a whole ass new power supply and tried to replace it with scissors.
Oh yeah, the power supply was the wrong one too. I remember that.
Yeah.
I was like looking at it going, that's gonna fry this entire fucking computer. Go for it.
And like he said that Geek Squad, the like the organization that were supposed to fix his PC rejected it. And like get comments mentioning also that like the only reason why a repair shop would reject your PC if it's like it got literal shit inside it. And I don't doubt it.
They will charge, because I've worked in PC shops and stuff, because again, I actually have a degree. They'll charge you extra if they have to clean it out, but if there's like legitimate, like, I remember one dude brought in a roach infested one. Like, there's a line
Oh.
where, yeah, no, we wouldn't fix it. We threw it out the back. We were like, you want it? It's in the back. Don't ever bring this thing back here again. Like, that's the level of dirt you have to be for most shops to say no to you.
Yeah, big stupidity.
How long do we give this new MacBook to survive in the heap in Nova?
2 days.
Man, I ain't even giving it a week. That thing is gonna scream.
Yeah, it's gonna
It's
be.
already gone.
Yeah, if it isn't already dead, it's gonna be gone like in 2 days.
Yeah.
Staring at my poor Alienware.
Big
Going, "Thank
stupidity
you,
in the
God, you
chat
don't speak."
also asked if we remember how loud his PC fan was. It yeah, like even
Do
his
you remember the dirt?
PS5 like is really loud. He probably never cleaned it before. Probably just collecting dust and particles of whatever the hell his house produces. Fake satellite man. If Nova ever blames the satellite man for every issue with his devices, I'm going to lose it. Well, I don't think we're too far off from that because he blames everyone but himself. So maybe he'll have a Tony Chase arc where he's just gonna blame anything and everything. It's not too far off, probably.
Oh God, if that thing had bed
Alright,
bugs
I
in
am
it.
creating my Mac
I don't doubt
account
it.
now. Not showing any of it. Okay, I'm getting sick of wearing the hat.
Just from his face, you can tell that he did not make a Mac account. Like, is there a way to use the MacBook without setting up an account sort of this?
You can, but it's like locks you out of a decent amount of features. It's like you only have the base storage and like no cloud storage, and it just makes it much easier if you have the account. It's not hard to set up though. It's just like put in the email and that's it.
Yeah, it's not hard for a normal person that needs Nova. Like,
I mean, I set it up, so like it can't be hard.
like I think he maybe doesn't even know what like a cloud storage is.
He thinks it's actually up in the sky.
Yeah, like my grandma used to think that when I tried to explain her what cloud storage is, and she picked it up faster than Nova. I guarantee.
That's great. Also, Noah just said that he doesn't want to wear the hat anymore because it's getting hot. So I think it kind of implies Noah doesn't really like wearing hats, and he's just wearing the hat just to cover the bald, like
Yeah.
we all thought.
And
So
we can see it right here that that hairline is just making some wild moves. He's gonna
He also has
look like the
really weird taste in hats.
yeah.
I know.
His beanies like cover his whole forehead too. It's like he doesn't know how to use them.
Well, like he has a 7-Eleven one. Like I've got hats too. Like I've got a Medicare one. I've got my Godzilla one, and I've got a Splatterhouse one. Like I have never heard of anyone having one for 7-Eleven unless you work there. Like how that is so bizarre.
He probably lives there. Like he's always
It's like the
buying
raccoon in the back, and
sodas
they have
and
to keep hitting him with a
food.
broom.
Yeah.
I bet he
It's
DoorDashed that hat.
So freaking hot.
That is a
I'm
very
gonna look
likely
up how much that
possibility.
hat is.
Siri, play some
DoorDash
music.
is a whole bunch of stuff from 7-Eleven, so I why not at the hat?
Alrighty, y'all, my MacBook is now all set up. I'm setting up the
Yeah.
Etsy store now. So by the time this video comes out, the
That
Etsy
thing was
store will be
24
public
bucks?
and will be in my solo.
The hat?
Damn.
No,
Whoa.
I'm sorry, $35. I'm looking on their fucking site.
Whoa. Okay.
What? Okay,
His-
one, why are they selling? Why?
Spending habits are insane. And I bet that he has hats like from other stores too. It's not just 7-Eleven. Maybe he has like a Costco hat paid the same price
I'm
for.
so glad he's not in. Oh no, he likes one thing that I like, but he'll never get a hat for it. If he ever shows up with a Splatterhouse hat, you can't stop me. I will find him.
Yeah, he's never
So hard
gonna
to find him.
know what Slaughterhouse is. He's
not
never
gonna
gonna
know what
play
Splatterhouse is.
a game that he's like Bloodspats. He's never gonna play a game that came out before 2010.
I'm gonna bully Bloodspet into more games.
Yeah, like
once you
Good.
get that police report.
me
checked
and
out.
Solidos are trying to make him play Classic RE, and he just refuses. Says it looks too
Yeah.
old.
Are you kidding?
No, it's true. I said it like,
He's
dude,
such a
I'll,
baby.
I'll give you like
Insane.
Resident Evil 2 on Steam or whatever. Just play it. He's like, yeah, maybe. He doesn't
He's
have
such a-
aura. So Idaho Micro in the chat, thank you for the 5. Says, who will get to him first, Gideon, the IRS, or the Norwood Reaper? The Reaper.
Yeah.
That hair is gonna disappear in a matter of.
At this point, he might as well just shave his head. He'd probably look better.
Yeah, bring back.
Bring back the bold.
Yeah, bring back Bald Nova again. Like, people are making predictions in the comments, and they're saying that like, given 2 years, and his hair is gonna be gone for real. And I believe it.
Yeah.
Bald in 2 years. 42. The only one who remembers him say that he's got a closet
I
full
found out
of
he's-
Walmart vests. There's that
Bullshit.
too.
Bullshit! He doesn't know what Persona 5 is.
Yeah, actually he
Of course,
does.
no, wait. Of course he knows the normie one. Never mind.
He
It's
mentioned.
not like he's gonna know any of the others.
Yeah, he mentioned that he has Persona 5 for the Switch. Not only that, but Shin Megami Tensei 5 too. But
Oh God! Why does he? No, he can't play Shin Megami Tensei.
nah, he can play JRPGs. Like,
He can't play any JRPGs. Yeah.
To be fair, I think the Shin Megami Tensei 5 was because Nintendo did a game trial for that, so I don't think he has the full game.
yeah, makes
But again, you
sense.
just never know.
But it would be funny to see him try to play a JRPG for like, you know how he does the 15 minutes reviews, but like JRPGs are mostly cutscenes, so he will never play the game.
Yeah. So I think he can
You
do
just
good.
wanna
I
see
bet
him
that
voice
many
act.
enemies too.
Can you
You
repeat
want him
that,
to
Solidus?
voice act.
I'm just saying, like, he'd probably go up to his, like, put down his name and go, "Oh my god, this is so cool."
Yeah, I can name myself after this character. Be like, yeah, 10 out of 10. Role playing game.
This Kamoshida guy is pretty awesome.
I wish he was a teacher too. Now, like Kamoshida and the name of the gangster, Kaneshiro would be his favorite characters, for sure.
Imagine if he got into Yakuza. Now that
Yep.
would be a fan base that would eat him alive.
Please don't. I would,
Don't
I,
go, that you're
I
gonna buy
would,
them today.
I would hit myself really fast if he tried to get some ideas about the karaoke and some songs from Yakuza.
I'm
Oh
surprised
no!
he didn't
Please
try
no!
after
Just
season
stop
one.
talking. I don't
Yeah,
want him.
let's
sing any of
stop.
the-
Let's stop. Let's not give him ideas.
No, I'm surprised he didn't try to after my mine. Because I did 24-hour Cinderella.
Yeah, like I mentioned this in Greasy's chat once. I went to like my best friend's birthday party once, and I sang Bakumitai once too. But yeah, seeing Nova do that would be horrible.
Or you can just search up Nova Chord Paracord on Etsy. Novine Universe, signing off.
Wow, that really is a nice MacBook you got there, Nova Online. I wonder how someone in permanent credit card debt managed to buy such a thing. Oh.
So this Nova confirmed that he got the MacBook through Cameo money, And of course, you guys are gonna remember that the $300 that he got from Cameo is gone at the moment. We've gotten 2 months of straight up silence about where the bike went. And now he just shows up with a brand new MacBook, which costs, at the very least, $600.
Double what I asked for, by the way.
I'm legit amazed he didn't try to lie and say one of his fans sent it to him. Like he does with everything else.
Yeah,
Okay, good
there
point.
were some people commenting that too, but at least I guess we gotta give him some points for sincerity, even though he just kind of told on himself. Like he's just not using money he asked for correct reasons. And well, if he just had to point this out, like I'm gonna say in the
Oh, hey, Blood
soon in this video, let's pass in the chat. The
Yeah,
man
looks like
who
he evaded the cops.
I'm gonna send more.
Leave him alone.
Arrest him for refusing to play classic games.
Yeah, okay. Send him after him.
Yeah. You're
At
cool,
least
Blood.
play classic Doom, Blood.
That's
Like-
too old for him.
Yeah, like it before 2020, he would never touch a Doom game. But anyway, what do we call when you ask someone for money on the internet and then you use the money to do something else?
A scammer.
Scam.
Yep.
Grifter.
Or a grifter, but if he, like, funny that you mentioned a grifter. Imagine if he were to do that again. Like,
no,
he burned through all his money once and he was like, yeah, I need money again to do this and this and that. Well, I don't know, like maybe my mom's sick, so I need $600 or something. That would be him grifting, and it would be really shitty.
Is
But
he,
he's kind of already
did he?
done that because he's asked on a Discord server in the past, I need help with my rent.
Yeah.
Like $900. My mom's on my ass. So he's already asked for his fans for money before. And then, if I'm not mistaken, not long after he asked for that $900, he magically got a Switch too. So it's very similar. History is repeating itself if those events that I'm remembering are correct, that are happening right next to each other. It's happening again where it's like, oh, I need help with paying my rent. Okay, gets the money. Then we see a switch to, oh, I need help with bike money now so I can do a job and support myself and my mother. Oh, the 2 months later, we've got a brand new MacBook. So
Yeah, and very well pointed out by you on the Switch point, because I never realized that before. Like, how much is a Switch 2 in the US currently?
well, during that time, it was when it just came out, and Nova bought it at scalped prices.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
he spent over $1,000. I think he's confirmed.
He
I
bought.
got mine from fans.
I remember he bought his PS5, like, from scalpers too. Like, everything he buys is pretty much from scalpers, from the Pokemon cards to his new games consoles.
Right. He has no problem buying it at scalp prices. He's even said on some TikToks where he'll be like, "It's time to open this pack for $9.99 a pack," and he's got like 3 or 4 of them. So he has no problem with it. Plus, he had no problem saying, "Oh, I bought this Switch 2 at a scalped price," because he likes to complain like, "Oh, man, I had to buy this at such a high price." He doesn't realize that he's making himself look like an ass by doing that.
Yeah.
Because he always complains about not having money, and then he's like, "Man, I bought this at such a high price when I didn't have to."
One of his
And plus, these are fun things to buy. These aren't necessities at the same time. So it's just,
Yeah,
oh,
he's
God.
not a Let's Player. Like, I got mine sent by a fan because I'm an actual Let's Player and they wanted to help out. And I have to use it for streaming. So, yeah, for me, that's a thing. Let's be real, as much as he likes to pretend, he is not a Let's Player.
No, he
It's
gave
not
up on
career.
his faceless YouTuber arc, like in days, back in the Spider-Man playthroughs. I
That's
got
never
even
going away for you, is it?
Yeah, because I'm mad because I started playing Marvel Spider-Man 1 again because I had a video idea where if he was actually going to try to stream that game, I was gonna play on the highest difficulty and be proved that I could beat the first level before he could in playing normal, and he just gave up. He made on one of those bait streams. He had the game open for like 5 seconds, but he went, "Oh shit, am I alive?" and disconnected.
Jeez. Well, we
By the
still
way,
gotta
Nova
do
uploaded
Cosmic.
again.
Hellhound in the chat, thank you for the 5. If Nova truly believes his own delusions, then he has to be schizophrenic. Nah. I'm very much against the theory that Nova got real mental issues. He's just dishonest. I think,
Not very bright.
yeah, and not very bright. That's it. He's just dumb and dishonest. That's it. More of a character flaw than any intellectual problems.
Well, you guys may remember that in a premiere a while back, I mentioned that I was told Nova Online did not use the money he asked for on Cameo to fix his bike to do what he proposed. I even thought that the money he got catfished out of could have been it, but now.
Let's also remember this episode. I haven't posted it yet, but there was a stream where Nova was complaining that he got catfished out of, and I quote, hundreds of dollars by a supposed friend, and just never mentioned it again. And it was around the same time as the bike money. So that's another way that we can just point out that Nova just disappears money that he says he's gonna use to do things.
Didn't when we joking saying he got a prostitute or something?
Yeah, because there were rumors that he got scammed out of these dollars on Signal. So Bloodspeth had a theory that maybe Nova tried to hire a lady of the nights, got scammed. And I don't doubt that, because Christian also tried to do that, and we see that Nova's like the IGN of locals. He's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I could see that. I also have a theory that Nova, the UTTP and Alice herself, I've seen on screenshots. I don't know if exactly if that's her or not, but she's saying she's looking for pay pigs to extort and all that. I could easily see her getting to know Nova, getting to know what he likes and all that, and making a catfish account to directly catfish him herself from an alternate account that doesn't, say that it's Alice or whatever, but to use what she knows and her connections to catfish him from alternate accounts. So I think it's possible that it could have been Alice or one of her friends or them working together, but that's just all speculation on my end.
That's not like that's correct. It's especially speculation, because we know of at least 2 alternate accounts that Alice has. So you could be right. They've just been like recently unearthed because she lost her original account where she made up for the Novine fans Discord or whatever it was called. And now she has 2 new accounts, so that could very well have happened. And we know that Alice is still orbiting Nova. Like whenever he posts that he's sad and he doesn't know what to do with his life, she's kind of there saying that, yeah, I care about you or whatever. So
Didn't he admit that they were dating?
yeah, he said that his poly the Emeralds and she's one of his wives or something.
Good lord.
We still don't know much about his alleged first wife.
Now, here is the man, himself confirming he got the money to buy it from Cameo. Now where I'm from, bikes are very different from MacBook, and since the fundraiser back in February, we have seen 0 signs of a bike in a Nova Online video, so I'm gonna have to...
This was the first excuse he used for the bike money disappearing. He said that the bike shop didn't accept his bike because they were too busy, but said that the starting price to fix the bike was $45. And of course, I've heard in the comments that Cameo takes 20% of what you make on the site. So even if they took 20% of the $307, he would still have way more than what he needs to fix the bike.
point this out is very suspicious. At the very least, I think Cameo should be made aware of this fact. After all, asking people for money for one thing then spending it on another is
Another
at the
member
very
of the
least
list, Jordan Bowens and shit.
Yeah, shout out to Jordan. Another member of the list. We just mentioned you like an hour ago, because Nova was just spamming your chat with the Gennaro Jackson shit. Then the real alleged Gennaro Jackson's in the chat right now, Mr. Running from the police Bloodspath.
lie and
Will
at
the
most,
real
a
Gennaro
scam.
Jackson
And
please
so,
stand
I
up?
have to continue
Yep.
asking. Nova Online, where is the bike money?
And that is the question everyone wants to know, but 2 months later, Nova can't answer. No one knows. But
It's just weird to me because you could buy, at least where I live, in the state where I live, you could go to Walmart. Nova loves Walmart. You get a brand new bike, $100 easy, and even a trike. I don't even think they're that crazy expensive. For what he spent on the MacBook, he could get a really nice trike if that's what he's wanting. So, what's the deal?
yep, exactly.
I still just picture him riding around on a kid's trike, and it's never getting out of my head when someone says it.
Yeah, like Jigsaw, like a thin little pink trike. And he's just pedaling around. So, if we were to add all the crimes that we've seen right now, we got scamming and threats, but this is the development from today. Maybe you guys haven't seen it because it was mostly spotted on Twitter, and Nova deleted the TikTok where this happened, but Tim in the chat said that it's not Jigsaw, it's Big Saw. Yeah, that makes sense. Large Saw.
That's great.
Yep. So Nova wanted to take his business to a new step, and he hired, or should I say tricked, a real wrestler for, let me grab the price.
I think 225.
At the starting price of $300 for business videos. Keep in mind that he already spent at the very least $600 on the MacBook. He hired Donovan Dijak to record a special message promoting the Nova Chords and his epic opening of the Etsy store. So that's a lot of money to spend on alleged business expenses, but Nova doesn't care. Even though he has 300 or maybe $280, $270 floating out there, maybe, I don't know, hidden under his blankets that was supposed to go to fixing a bike. Hellhound again on the chat. Nova needs a baby stroller instead of a bike. Yeah, maybe, when he can wear his diapers on.
Alright, everyone. So,
He's so smug.
Yeah.
He's proud of that $300 purchase.
One of my favorite pro wrestlers from 2019.
Considering what's gonna happen, what did happen,
he has a little bit of a message
him being his
for you
bug is
regarding
very,
NovaCore,
very fun.
So give it a watch.
Hey everyone, this is pro wrestling superstar Donovan Dijak, and I want you to feast your eyes on NovaCord Paracord. All bracelets and keychains are handmade, top of the line quality, and a portion of all sales go to mental health and environmental charities. You absolutely, positively cannot beat that. Check out NovaCord Paracord right now. That's enough talk. Now it's time to do or die, Jack.
Please keep in mind that Donovan Dijak had no idea about who Nova was, and that was very scammy because he made the guy say that a percentage of the proceeds of Nova Cord goes to charity, and we have never seen even 1 ounce of proof that that happens. I think
Didn't he
Solidus,
openly admit he hasn't actually given the money yet?
I'm not sure, but I think Solidus mentioned that once he made like a dollar donation to something, right?
He made 2 $1 donations.
Yeah,
That's all he's shown.
that's every proof that we have that he ever donated something was like $2. That's the most. But according to him, 10%, or rather 100% of the donations goes to charity. And we got proof right here.
Again, as per usual, shocker, I know. I just want to stop and say reasons like this are the reason that I am a mental health advocate, so no one has to go through my same pain. And don't forget that all proceeds in Novacord Paracord go straight towards mental health charities to help with this. Anyways, back to the video.
He says that 100% of the proceeds go to charity. But in this same screenshot, he calls the trolls, supposed trolls, a lie, saying that a portion of the donations go to charity. So he just caught himself. Yeah, caught himself on a lie here. Like, guess that's some misappropriation of funds, and like Purity said, the IRS would not be happy to know this. You don't just get to be out there telling people that you donate money to charity and change your story.
Especially if you put it on his tax return.
Yeah.
That's where he's definitely going to be screwed.
And I doubt that he ever did his taxes correctly with like donations.
Yeah, that's the other question I have. Did he file taxes on the Novacord stuff? Because Cameo, I believe, sends the files and stuff anyway, so it doesn't matter. If he didn't, they're gonna get on his ass. But if he didn't file the Novacord stuff, oh boy, they're gonna love that.
Like, I doubt that he even has like a business account or anything. Probably
It
just
doesn't matter.
files everything
He
under.
made money
If,
off it.
yeah, if he even files anything, he just does it like when he tried to strike me. He just titled everything under G gauge. I think that's what he uses for anything. Like his taxes are just named G gauge, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm done." Writes a random number and files them.
Oh yeah, the
It's so
IRS is
funny
gonna
to me that he's always like, yeah, he said in a video, yeah, all proceeds go to charity, and then someone's calling him out on his bullshit, and then he's like, not all of them. The trolls conveniently leave that portion out. You're blaming other people, like always.
He always forget that the internet doesn't forget, and in his case, where he just makes every second of his life online, no one's ever gonna forget that he said 100%. And Donovan Dijak was not happy to find that out. So McRubba, shouts out to McRubba on Twitter and here on YouTube, shared the cameo, and Donovan learned about Nova. As you can see, he said, I don't have the slightest clue of who this person is. He bought a cameo. If he's a piece of S, he can go F himself. Because could you imagine just being like a big present, like a wrestler, and just this piece of crap from Idaho just tells you to divulge a straight up scam, like saying that you just helped propagate a charity when it isn't even charity. I would not
Right,
be
that
happy.
could tarnish his reputation, and his whole reputation is his business. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, like some weird tabloid or something could just run an article and just say that, like, yeah, this wrestler, famous wrestler, just helped this shady guy who doesn't have proof of doing any charity and has a weird history with minors. It's just are just together doing whatever. And that would just ruin the guy. And Donovan was not happy about
it
it.
gets worse too.
Yep.
It gets worse. You see what Nova said.
We're gonna get there, because after this, Donovan just took the W home and said, I was updated on what he's done. I told him to go F himself, block him, and made a donation to our rescue to help victims of minor. I'm not gonna say that to avoid issues with YouTube, but if it wasn't clear, Novas can suffer in the heat. Let's just say that, and he crashed out rightfully on Nova because that's not something you do with anyone. Nova straight up tried to scam the guy, and that's not okay. And he rightfully told him to go stuff it. Like,
W
no,
for
he was-
Donovan Dijak.
yeah, I'm not familiar. I wasn't familiar with his game, but he took the W home. So
It's so much funnier because Nova says in his video that he's one of his favorite wrestlers as well.
yeah, Nova said that he was one of his favorite wrestlers from 2019, and now he knows how much of a piece of shish Nova really is, and rightfully
no,
And
so.
that's all
So
Nova's
before he did-
doing. That's all Nova's doing.
Yeah, like no one really did anything rather than just look at it and point out how bad he is. But now Nova's just mouthing, as you can see. He posted this soon after the Donovan noticed it, and he just blamed the trolls for saying stuff to his mom. And we were talking about this before the show, and no one said anything about his mother. Like people were just pointing out of the wrong thing he did to Donovan. And that's kind of it.
Yeah, no one said anything mean about his mom. Everyone's been wishing her well. I haven't seen any single person say anything mean about his mom.
Me neither. Like, no one ever says. I think not even in his own comments, people don't mention her, unless she like says something on a stream or something. But she hasn't been on a stream for months now.
I think since the Nova screaming outside the house, she hasn't been heard again.
Yeah, since she just told him to shut up and don't bother the neighbors or something. Never before. Or when he was inside the house telling people that he would send them to Pout Towns, he was like, Gabriel, you don't gotta talk like that or something. And ever since then, like, it's been like 2 to 3 months and she's been straight up missing. And we hope she's well. Idaho Micro on the chat, thank you for the 5, says Donovan Dijak just made a list of Jerry Chom. Careful, Donnie, Nova will feed you to the horde and the poop wall. That's a very frightening fate, and I hope that Donovan stay safe, because
Somebody needs to just make a horror game where you go through Chom's house and try to avoid the horde and Chom.
me
Called Resident Evil 7.
yeah, it's called Resident Evil 7 and the Baker home. The mold
No,
on the
that's still
walls.
cleaner than his place.
Fair.
Oh, 100%.
True. And it spawns less monsters too.
Monsters get spawned, they look around. Oh god.
Nova also had a Twitter reaction, as you can see under here. He blamed McRubba for everything. Because, like we were saying, Nova just refuses to take any accountability for anything. He never thinks that he does anything wrong. Even though, like, the cameo idea, the spending out the money, everything is his idea.
Can we talk about how parasocial that comment is?
Yeah. Like,
He would have still liked me.
yeah, he thinks that Donovan just has some kind of relationship with him after recording a
Dijak's the
cameo.
#1 Nova star.
Yeah, the number one Nova star, like you said. And that's absurd because it's crazy that he maybe thinks like yeah, I said to the people that I donated to charity, so of course that must mean that I'm the best person ever, and now all my favorite wrestlers are gonna love me. And that's enough to convince himself.
He really thinks he's friends with him just because he bought the cameo, and that's not how it works. Like that is a good way to get stalking charges, my bud.
Yeah. And with what he's gonna say later, we just got like one more or two more screenshots and a video for you guys to see before we end. But Nova is still not happy with Donovan. Let's just say that. Before that one idiot on the chat says, "Oh no, it's the sympathy baiter. Hide before he pulls off the woe is me act. He may try to eat something while faking depression." True. Let's get ready for another Sad Boy Eats this week. Fancy Dan in the chat says that he thinks that Nova's mom drank during pregnancy. Maybe. There's some signs, but we can make affirmations. In Minecraft, she might have. And Fancy Dan really wants to be on the hit list. Said, "Put me on the list, cowards." Who knows? Maybe he needs to do an update on the list and include Gideon, Chris Sansom, and Donovan Dijak.
Oh god, I wish he would. The reaction would be amazing.
Yeah, like the amount of content that Gideon would be able to pull from getting threatened by Nova would be amazing. And that would feed into our idea of getting wrestlers to roast Nova. Like,
Right, since Noah's the one dragging these wrestlers into all this chum business. He
yeah.
started it.
I wonder if that one wrestler he loves has a cameo, the Tiffany.
Oh gosh, somebody should warn her if she does.
Yeah.
I feel like my chat said she doesn't, but I don't know.
Someone should try to get a cameo from her and they'll make her say that Nova's a chomp. That would be funny. He would just be
That would be
destroyed
great.
for like days.
And they'd be probably more inclined to say it
No,
now that Nova
mm.
himself has dragged Dijak into this chome business and the scamming business of his. You know what I mean? He's the one starting all this, and Nova's always like, "Oh, poor me, I did nothing to deserve this," when he's the one dragging and starting all of this and blaming other people like, "Oh, Dijak doesn't like me anymore because someone told him that just the truth." Just told him the truth about my antics on the internet, and it's just it's just astounding to me that Nova can have all this rage for others and blame others when just all that McGrubba did was just like, "Hey, by the way, this guy is a big scammer and a big chome, so watch out." You know what I mean? It's just it blows my mind.
Yeah, he gets mad about people just finding out. That's unforgivable to him. It's like you learn of my wrongdoing, so you're unforgivable now. You're on the list. It's wild. And our last video is this before the most recent TikTok that he released during the stream. He put out this one. I had to remove the music because it was just getting blocked worldwide because Nova cannot for the life of him use original audio. So I just removed the
Want
music.
to hear him singing?
No, it wasn't him singing. It was just like a regular copyrighted song. But it was like one of those that if you upload to YouTube, your video gets blocked worldwide. So I had to remove the song. I was gonna replace it with that 150 Frank song of "I Am Beautiful," but it also got blocked because of Christina Aguilera's music. So I watched the video and left it without sound, and it's even funnier because I think that's how Nova feels. Like, let's just imagine that's how it is for him to just go in a random backyard or whatever and record in absolute silence, thinking he's just this badass for cutting some weird WWE promos in absolute silence. And
I'm not
this
saying wrestling was a mistake. I'm just saying wrestling was a mistake.
one wrestling fan was for sure a mistake.
What the fuck is his pants?
I don't know.
The
But-
Deadpool
Jammies.
ones, I remember watching the video.
People have
God,
also
that-
pointed
it's
out that
Deadpool. That
he's
makes it worse.
been
Yeah.
wearing this shirt for days now.
He doesn't know how to do the wash on his own.
Oh, that's actually a really good observation, Purity, because I don't know if his mom's home wherever she is, and that would make a lot of sense. I would put money that Nova doesn't know how to run a load of laundry.
It's too hard.
I think he
Would
probably
work.
wouldn't even know how to use soap to wash his clothes like by hand.
Oh
And
god, I'd pay to see him try to do the wash by hand.
and keep in mind that this title really, like, no one really wronged him besides like McRubba pointing out his wrong actions. So this title really is for Donovan Dijak. And the proof for that is this. Someone asked if he could do the Dijak entrance, and he said only if he apologizes, which he won't do. And the final question I want you guys to keep in mind is, how does he think that Donovan Dijak had to apologize to him? Like, what did he even do wrong besides noticing that you're just a terrible person?
That's it. That's all that he did was he saw who Nova really was. That's it. And did the right thing by saying, "Yeah, I don't associate with Preds or scammers. F this guy." He did what a the right thing, and that's what Nova doesn't like. Nova doesn't like it when people do the right thing. So, he needs to apologize for that.
He even tried to
How
show that
dare you point
he
it out.
donated for real the money from he got from Nova to a good cause. And that's more than Nova has done in years, because we have no proof of any donation to charity, and we have no clue about the bike money. So Nova's just really out here committing crimes.
It's just it just makes you wonder, how does Noah's brain work that there's just irrefutable evidence that Nova is who he is, an alleged PDF, not so alleged, and just kind of an all around crappy guy, um, and all that he wants the other guy to apologize for just knowing that. It's just, wow, how does Nova actually thinks that he's been wronged? He's the one in the wrong, not Donovan Dijak, who was forced and um wasn't told by Nova what his status of infamy is on the internet. It's not like Nova really wronged Donovan Dijak, in my opinion, and Nova is sitting here saying, "Yeah, I deserve an apology." It's just, how does his brain work like that? He actually thinks like that. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah, then he doubles down and say, "Yeah, of course he wouldn't do it." He, like Donovan should know that he's wrong. Nova online, like how dare he? And people on Twitter were just telling him how dirty he was made, because like he clarified that Cameo doesn't tell you but nothing about whoever you're endorsing. You just get the money, and if the account's like made, you just get a text and you do it. So Donovan could have no clue who Nova was, and basically he just got scammed by Nova.
Right, and that could have also tarnished his like whole career, cuz now his name is tied to a big chome, and that could have been detrimental to everything he's ever worked for in his life, just because he was enlisted by a chome, and Nova's the one that needs the apologizing. It's just wild to me.
Yeah, but like we were talking before, we've basically, besides the one occasion where Solidus remembers him apologizing to his mom, Nova would never apologizes. No one has ever gotten an apology from Nova, despite all the wrongs he's done. Like, no one here has gotten apologies for the threats he's made. He's threatened Purity multiple times. Him and his friends. He's threatened Jordan in the chat. He's threatened Menace that was here before too. And it's just gonna
Well, just innocence.
keep
keep repeating itself forever.
And what have we done? What have all of these people, well, most of us on the list, what have we done? We've just been saying uh the facts, either
the 100% truth or the alleged truth of Nova. We haven't really been spreading rumors like he believes, all that. So it's just crazy to me that it's like we deserve basically to rot in his mind for just reporting on what is going on in his life. So
Yeah, we committed this sin of knowing about what he's done. That's the worst offense we could ever commit for him. That's what's so
right.
crazy.
Yeah.
Nova
So,
just posted another TikTok.
oh my
Another
god,
one.
Oh, is it just yelling at us?
what's it about?
It's about Nova Cord, and he's started off the video by saying he's in a really bad mood.
Of
Like,
So I
course.
didn't I didn't watch all of it.
What? Nova in a bad mood?
that
No
never
fucking
happened.
way.
That's so unexpected. That never happened before.
No, this guy's like a mental health advocate. Every time I'm in a bad mood, he cheers me up. How can he be in a bad mood?
He could only be like a mental health advocate for himself because only his mental health is allowed to suffer. Like maybe that's the secret. It's just all about him.
It's like crazy. Can you imagine like a real celebrity or a real content creator being like being their thing? I'm the mental health advocate. I've gone through some shit. I've gone through depression. I've gone through like some hard stuff that has put me in a really dark place. And then, being like, yeah, everyone can come here. This is a safe space for folks who need a space for mental health. And then like almost every video is just F my life. I just want to F myself. All of that to just
I've
it would be so triggering for people who actually have like mental health emergencies. Like, can you imagine if you were actually like, oh yeah, told to come here if you have mental health that you could get some help, and then you go onto this person's page and you follow them, and then everything is just F my life, that I want to F myself. Everything's just fine, but not really fine. My mental health is so shitty. Just everything. I'm in a bad mood. Can you imagine that? That would be so triggering. And it's just, come on, Nova.
Yeah, after Gideon's apology, he was like, "Yeah, I've had so many ideations. You guys should stop and things." And I got a really interesting comment in one of the most recent videos from I think it was from Jenny Reeds, and she was like, "Nova embarrasses me because he's never really known suffering, and it's just that hit the nail on the head. Nova doesn't know what real suffering is, but according to him, he's always going through it."
I can't even say I don't think he's ever had actual pain because he has lost somebody.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he doesn't seem like he cares a lot about other people. So I don't want to say I don't think it affected him. I'm trying to figure out how to say it.
It's like the
Where
loss never really taught him anything.
Yeah.
Loss is just a stepping stone for him. It was never a lesson.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of it. And that's today's KiwiCore episode. Nova is in everything except the legal sense for now. Very bad criminal. Just read two super chats here. The Hellhound, thank you for the 4.99. Chom lost the fight with the shower. Dijak could whoop his butt easily, for sure. But maybe Dijak is scared because Nova, I don't know, can pretend to kick a sandbag. And Buddy Bug Bed in the chat, thank you for the 2. Says Nova needs to be responsible and pay for his mom, which we know he doesn't do. He asks people for money to pay for his mom. Like, that's a good question. Like,
Right.
who are we thinking that is just footing the bill for his mom being on the hospital?
I mean, they're
it
probably
might
on
be the aunt.
disability.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he hasn't tried to get on disability.
there are
Same to
rumors
autism.
that he tried, but they've never really been verified. And I don't doubt it. I think I got an email once that said that the police told them something about Nova and disability, but it they might have been mistaken and been referring to his mom. Buddy Bug Beans, again, thank you for the 5. To be an advocate or something, you have to have done it and can be strong for it. Nova doesn't qualify. Yeah. He
That's well
is
said.
very not well equipped for talking about mental health. Someone who constantly says that he's going through it just isn't very convincing. But yeah, that's KiwiCore for you. Let me thank our guests. Thank you guys for coming on today.
It was a lot of fun.
This episode was kind of more on the bummer side because Nova is just so awful, but it was a lot of fun.
It's truly an honor to be a guest on a podcast with such a great legacy. My Kiwi has been officially cored. It's been fun. Thank you so much.
That's I'm gonna bring that in a shirt. People still are like,
I actually stole Mr. Gracie's line. That was his line before I
yeah,
got on here.
Mr. Greasy got a lot of cool lines. Like when he's in
He's
your
got a lot of one-liners. He's hilarious.
yeah. I like less. I think it was Saturday or Friday where he was speaking backwards, and I joined in on the fun. He's got a lot of cool ideas. And yeah, thank
He's
you
a
guys for
charmer, that
joining.
one.
He is. Should maybe
Thank you to
like,
everyone in chat watching.
we make another episode sometime, and maybe if he's up to it, he can come in too.
Oh, that'd be great.
Make
I
a
think he would enjoy that.
Mr. Greasy voice review. What I never heard it on the stream before. I don't know if he's been in one, but
Maybe he'll make a cameo before we get off.
maybe
I
he's.
think I heard him laugh on the stream that I was on.
I would pay
That was about it.
for him to make me a cameo way more than I would be willing to pay for Nova. Let's just say that. Mr. Greasy
That'd be
is
something.
very much worth $30. Nova should just pay people to get cameos from him.
I'll pay Mr. Greasy 300.
Yeah, he would. But anyway,
My chat loves Mr. Greasy too.
he's great. He brings a lot of energy to the chat. Yeah, he's on the chat saying Jin thinks I'm cool.
I heard you think I'm cool.
The
That's
fuck was that?
nice.
What? Oh,
Why did Mr. Mackey show up? What the fuck?
I thought that was Solidus for a second. Hey, Mr. Greasy, how's it going? Yeah,
Pip.
Your voices are kind of similar.
Right.
Are they? Oh.
I did have a question for Solidus. I was
Oh,
wondering if Nova has the wanker pass.
You know what? Considering he had to use a pink device, I just don't think he's allowed it.
He says he's part British.
Who, me?
He's got the cream,
Nova-
the
Nova
cream
says-
We
rights.
can totally not tell that you're part British.
I know, I'm shocked. Why do people believe that? No, but Nova is British. His dad's from Ipswich, so.
Yeah, like on Uncle Drew's and his dad's obituary, you could see that they have like connections to British families. He really is British.
I saw Nova's Ipswich on the hub the other day.
I feel very sorry for your eyes. That's
Yeah, it was rough.
very rough.
It was a bad day in our household.
Like I said before, like I dodged it because of Stingy and Solidus, because I could have suffered from the same fate. You guys know who also fell for it? Kiwi.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Poor
Kiwi.
Kiwi.
Hit
We
me
had to
up.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kiwi Tapes hit me up on DMs a while back and was like, I was not lucky, I saw it. I feel
Yeah, no, because of Greasy, I saw it too.
And blame it on me. For me, I had to see it with my own eyes because I couldn't report back to my viewers
with Cap. I needed to tell them the truth, so I did it for them.
You just
So you
wanted
guys
to
are
see how
welcome.
big it was.
Well, he's been capping saying he's got a 10-inch thing, so I had to see if what he was saying was true, and indeed it was some cap.
Yeah, I was surfing the farms, you know, as one does, and the people there were making calculations about the real size.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, that's
I saw
how.
that because they found like the real the thing he was using, the pink thing.
Yeah,
And you could probably make calculations based off of that because they were right next to each other. So.
Yeah, that's how I got the 2 incher. They were saying that to be very generous, he was 2 inches, and if we were to be on the
Very
lower side, he
generous.
was like 1.7 inches.
Yeah, why would he actually have something for comparison of size? Like that was the dumbest thing he could have done. Also, learn to angle your camera to make it look bigger. That's what every other guy on that site does.
Okay, screw that. Why upload the video?
Because he was
Why does
trying
Nova
to
do anything?
No, do you want to know the reason? Because it's funny. I found out the reason because somebody was in his Telegram.
Yeah,
He wanted to one up me.
yeah.
Really? That's why?
He was
showing a
so
tiny dick.
salty
What?
that I have a hub account and everything that he was trying to one up me. And I'm like, I play video games.
It might have
There's-
worked.
There's a second reason.
People are talking about it.
Yep, true. And
Yeah, but his account doesn't work, and now I get no. Do you know what my comments mostly are on those sites now? I paused South Park to enjoy this.
yep. There's
That's
also
never gonna die.
another reason
not.
he told in confidence to other people on DMs that the second real reason he opened up the hub account was because it was one of his and I quote, less hopes to make money.
I don't think he saw a cent from that video.
Yeah,
No, it got yanked too fast. He did not make any money.
I think he made like what 2 days, max.
No, I think it was up for a week. Then people noticed about it. Then after 2 days, so maybe 9 days, it was up. Then it got taken down.
It's
Yeah.
really hard to get yanked on that site, so it was actually probably the South Park mention that got him.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Since South Park has to do with kids, they really don't like mentions of stuff like that.
Hytronic in the chat also said that apparently after the last TikTok dropped where he mentioned the Nova Chords, he dropped his Etsy store too. So
Do we
Oh,
want to
yeah, I saw
do we
that.
want to talk about the other thing he opened?
what are the things?
The OnlyFans.
Yeah, true.
It's on there though.
Nova really did open an OF, but it's just karaoke. He said that he's not gonna post free singing videos anymore. So if anyone's crazy to pay to listen to Nova sing, you can just go to OnlyFans.
I love the fact he's just ignored Patreon. Just the funniest part of all of this.
Maybe Patreon's too legit for him.
Oh, they wouldn't allow him on there.
Yeah, the chat is going crazy with the knowledge that not only there was a hub account, there's an OF, but it's not just Patreon OF, and it's not just hub accounts. He opened many accounts on many different porn sites. Let's just say that.
Oh, he did, and I because of his mass reporting, there's a few of those that are down now.
Yeah.
Hey, smartass, if you're gonna report someone who actually makes money on those sites, they really don't like it when you use your fucking screen name.
Not only
That's
his
because
screen
he's
name, but his picture too. The orange
Oh.
Nova thing.
I'm on his Etsy right now. He censored his hand. For some
Okay,
reason.
link it.
I'll put it in the group chat 'cause I'm looking at it now.
Thank you.
He censored his hand, which I don't know why, but it's so funny. But then there's also a video he's made for it. How do
Oh,
I
this
get
is gonna
out?
be great.
There we go.
Maybe it's Alice's
Why did
hand.
he censor his hand?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, the cat thing is kind of cute.
Maybe he's not confident in his wrists for some reason after
Have we
he
been making
squeezed them
fun
so
of
hard.
his- have we been making fun of his hand?
If you go on his profile, there's a video.
I don't think that's his hand. It's too skinny.
Yeah, Mr. Greasy had an idea that
What else
maybe
could it
that's
be,
Alice. Alice?
Could be, yeah, because it looks too skinny.
Yep.
There's
That
not enough bites on it.
maybe looks
No reviews yet, 0 sales.
like a woman's wrist. Chat, I'm not gonna link the thing because, you know, don't want YouTube to think I'm sending you guys over there, but it's easy to find. It's like a store. Just go to Nova's socials and you can find it easily.
I'm sorry, how much is he charging?
Way too much.
Oh my gosh!
Keep in mind that when he makes these things, he uses his mouth to cut them. There are many streams in this channel where he's just cutting the threads with his teeth.
I just thought of something funny, but I don't think I can do it for the unboxing on the 24th, which everyone should watch. I was thinking, I wonder if I can censor my hand in the video, like in this live stream as a joke, but that's going to be way too much trying to figure out, so maybe I'll just wear some cute gloves or something.
Make a short.
I might, because I've got to do the promotion for it, because everyone keeps sending me things.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm gonna mute the call for a second, but thank you guys for coming, and thank you guys in the chat for coming to the second episode. Maybe next week I'm gonna drop Bloodspeth's criminal charges and he's gonna be here and we're gonna talk about the Nova files. Maybe. That's not a guarantee, but stay tuned for the third episode of KiwiCore on the Nova files.
It's been fun. Thank you everyone for being here and thank you for having me.
Whenever you want to be back, just give us a holler. Same for you,
It's been a
Purity,
blast.
and same for you, Sodadus. But Sodadus is a regular every stream, so
Yeah.
it's gonna happen again. Right, be right back with you guys. Well, thank you, chat, and I'll see you next time. Take care.
The Chin universe is rapidly expanding, and now, we have memberships and super chats. Consider joining us to have access to 4 brand new emotes, and member-exclusive shorts showing how they get made. Thank you so much for watching and helping the channel grow this fast, and I'll see you on the next video.